love it, boy. We rowdy as hell.
No doubt. Hey, if you see me fall back, man, don't take it personal.
That boy, they got some smoke, boy. That boy got
water,
good. Oh man, I'm with it. Let's do
Peace, family. Peace, family. We back at it again. Here we are. Sankofa, 180 degrees. Here we are once again, family. And we here this Sunday. My man Prince is on the scene. He got a cold presentation for us. Hey, he been working on this for a minute. Can't wait to hear it. Hey, but before we go there, hey, I wanted to, we got Eric on the scene. We got the Queen Carrie here. I just wanted to, I just want to say a little something real before I pass the mic. That the first Sunday every month we had a children's book read. It's been going pretty good, family. We got and what that includes is we have a child read a book. We have these nice African books with the African stories or true events, true real people, real story, true stories. You know what I mean? And for those that don't know, they're trying to take the history out of the schools, and so I think that it's up to us, man, to to keep that alive. So, with that being said, man, we do a first Sunday every month. We do a children's book read, and then, and your child, for participating can win a free book. We mail it to you free of charge, right? And all we ask is that you do the next, the open slot for the next book read, right? That's all we ask, man. And like I said, this is just to encourage reading, and to keep us up on the history. And with that being said, family,
reading is fundamental, baby.
Please join in, man. But hey, what you think, man? I see you to sit back, boy. Hey, look at him. He finna. Hey, he good. Look at him. He good to go right now.
Yeah, hey, what's up, everybody? God damn. Hey, my boy Prince about to put it down, man. He gave me a little synopsis of it last week, and I was like, man, that boy had my mouth hanging over this shit. So I look forward to it. I want to acknowledge Queen Yamaya. Keep healing well. Happy Father's Day to your husband, and just be patient and heal well. Yeah, so I'm gonna put up a couple of pictures on Sankofa of Jabari Osaze's unk. Man, that's a nice unk. And I'm gonna put up his debate too that he had with Vince Banter. I think it's worth watching. You're probably gonna need a pen and a pad out to follow that, but it's really interesting. And then I was listening to Smash Rockwell, man, and that boy just took it to the moon, and I can't understand all that stuff, but it sure is intriguing. So I was able to share him with Prince, man. But Prince been building. He been out there working, handling his business, man. I'm proud of you, boy.
Appreciate it.
So Gary's mic ain't working. So I know she said, what's up, Sankofa, and bang on that wicked ass beat daily. That's her thing right there. So got that from Seth. So yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm excited, man. So just remember, man, what I said at the end of the pre-party. Don't take it personal, man.
Hey, happy Father's Day, man, to everybody out there, man. Happy Father's Day, man, to all the fathers that stepped up, man, stepping up, right? And happy Father's Day to the mothers, to the that's playing the part. All right. Go ahead, Prince.
Wait, hold up, Eric. Hold up, Eric. You want to say something?
Yeah, Eric is.
Oh no, I'm good, man. I would just say happy Father's Day to everybody on the panel, and happy Father's Day to all the people watching it, tuning in.
My man, I appreciate you, Eric. Hey, let me take the phone back,
my brother,
so she can say something real quick. Hold up. There you go. There you go.
Oh yeah, brother, ain't too many cookies.
Hey, happy Father's Day to all you kings. And I look forward to your presentation, Prince.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you.
Gary told me to leave her alone, quit playing.
Hey, Prince, go ahead, King. Tell us what's going on, man.
Hey, happy Father's Day to all the fathers and stepfathers. I had a presentation that was going to be on the way these children are acting and the school system and the whole nine. But you know, it's Father's Day and we don't ever get to relax. So I got up this reel. Let's go hit the bases on a lot of stuff that I talk about, government things, UFOs, black ops operations, just some things that a lot of our viewers probably don't even touch bases on. Some stuff that I feel like 99.9% of the population ain't really caring about in the whole nine. So I just want y'all to sit back, watch it, and we go from there.
My man. Hey, Unc, you think we don't see you? Yeah. We see. You think
Man,
we
I'm
don't
telling
see?
you, man.
Yeah, he
They
try to
told
cut.
me that.
He try to eat that shit. He try to come down. Okay.
Man, they told me that medicine was gonna make me hungry, man.
Yeah. We know. We already know. Hey,
Let's get it, Prince.
hey, Prince. Yeah, go get it. Hey, let's get it, baby. We waiting on you, man. It's all you, man.
All right,
The
I'm
floor
trying
is
to get it
yours.
now. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah,
Give me 1
fam.
second.
Okay. Hey, you finna share your screen?
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Okay. Hey, family, like I said, man, you know, first Sunday every month, you know, come on, participate, come on in. We also say, you know, you are more than welcome to come in on this channel today, this very minute, and you know, join us, talk about it, you know, any past presentations that you don't agree with or agree with. Um, you know, or any presentations that you may want to do. Come on in, man. Let's talk about it. All right. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. You know, we don't charge nothing on this channel, man. This is for the people, man. It's for everybody. Yeah. Glad everybody showed up, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm gonna send one more out real quick.
Hey, I just want to tell y'all, man, Fred, he said, I appreciate the invite, King. I'm currently driving down the highway, taking my kids downstate. Have a blessed day, King.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
just wanted to tell y'all that.
Doing good things, man.
Okay. Yeah, look
Yo,
at
I'm
it.
on here. It's on. Do y'all see it?
We see TikTok from outside our solar system that would change your reality.
All
Okay,
right,
but it
so
ain't playing though. It ain't
all
playing.
right.
And make sure that you turn the sound on so we can hear it.
Is it playing now?
No, you gotta push
It is now.
playing now. We can't hear it though. It ain't showing nothing.
Well, that's why I asked you. Why don't you go to it and play it? Can you play that?
You gotta send it to me.
All right.
Send it to me and I can put it up there for you.
I told you that. I told you that before.
We told you before, man.
See.
I told him I didn't know how to do it, man.
You better. Hey, you gonna have to learn how.
Get me up on here like
You gotta
this.
learn how to get it right.
Get me up on here like this.
Hey, he said he told us, man. Who told who first, man?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That don't even matter. That's my boy right there.
I can't even get back to y'all. This
There you go, Clyde.
All right, man. So, all right.
Lord have mercy.
Put your face in there, man, next time, so we don't know, so we know you ain't mad.
Oh man, I tell you, boy, I tell you, this ain't right. I can't even get off the screen, bro.
Hey, don't worry, I was stuck like
Yeah,
that too.
I was gonna
I
say,
was-
let me
I
help
was-
you out. There you
I
go.
was stuck like that too when I had to learn, but I asked for some demos, man. I asked for some practice.
Yeah,
I
me too.
appreciate it.
I
I
damn sure
appreciate
had
it.
to.
I appreciate the embarrassment altogether. You see, I'm sweating now.
Yeah. All right, that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking for.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So you want to say anything before I
No, just get ready to open your mind and just listen and just pay attention. That's all I gotta say. Just pay attention to everything that you see and take your own. These are average people, multiple to the people, different walks of life, different ethnicity groups, and it is just how 99, I say how 5% of society is viewing our world. And it's just pretty deep to me. And this is the type of stuff I'm into and the type of stuff that I deal with and I seek out to learn more about. Because like I say, the whole universe is a one in itself. And to know one part is to cheat yourself out of learning and the universe itself. You know, don't cheat yourself. So I would say learn everything you can learn. That's pretty much it, Jay. You push play.
Is nothing but a laboratory that belongs to them. Planet Earth has been being used for thousands of
Turn it
years
up some more, Jamie.
by different extraterrestrials. We
A shadow on these clouds right here.
Start it over, Jamie.
I think this right here is
That
local.
was the beginning of it.
planet, which is nothing but a laboratory that belongs to them. Planet Earth has been being used for thousands of years by different extraterrestrials. We
A shadow on these clouds right here. I think this right here is local, man.
Would appear to be 48. My actual age, I'm going to be turning 83 this year. So you have to add in the 20-year tour of duty plus over a decade of the period when I was in training. So there's over 30 years of extra time and experience that I participated in that my body doesn't show because I was put back into a younger.
Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube, man. I got a dope lineup for y'all here today. Just know, man, look, we here with good vibes, man. We ain't got no time for the BS, man. Look, this is a safe space for us to talk about whatever we want to on this channel. Just know we're going through this thing called life together. You never in it by yourself. But look, hey, man, I had a good time with y'all last night, man. Giving out this money, giving out the gold backs. Just know, man, if you missed a live, look, we're gonna be doing this monthly. The more likes we get on these videos, so let's get this video right here to like 10,000 likes. If we keep doing that, I'm gonna give away bigger prizes. You know, we're gonna get them live, and I'm gonna be giving away thousands of dollars to individuals. You feel me? So that's the way we're gonna rock on this channel. I've been waiting to do this, but I appreciate y'all just as much as y'all appreciate me. The energy is always reciprocated on this channel. But let's get into this thing though, without further ado.
So I have some questions about aliens and
Yes.
how many alien races are you aware of?
Well, remember that we are part of a large federation. We are part of a large association and an interstellar alliance, and we are aware of many, many others. So, in fact, we are aware of hundreds of thousands of species.
Okay. And is that across all of the galaxies? I guess
Well,
there's
it's across the
billions.
galaxies we are aware of that we've explored. There are many, many places we haven't explored yet.
Within this three-dimensional universe.
Depends on which three-dimensional universe you're talking about. Because from our perspective, we exist in a reality that's just as physical as yours, but it's in an alternate universe.
Huh.
So to us, it's just as physical as yours is to you. So are you just talking about the idea of what we have encountered in your particular universe, three-dimensionally?
Yes.
We have encountered 167 species in your particular galaxy alone, in your universe.
Wow.
Hey, Jamie.
How many of those?
Hey, that's a.
Currently,
You about to pause it, right?
Yeah. I want Jamie
Yeah,
to.
I'm listening.
I want you to rewind it just a little bit, and I want y'all to notice how he glitches, how he has this tick about himself, how he'll answer this dude beforehand. Like I watched this part multiple times, and I just could not get over the fact how this guy moved, how he moved his body, how he persisted this conversation before this dude even came out of his mouth with the answer, with the question.
Within this three-dimensional universe.
Depends on which three-dimensional universe you're talking
Like
about.
rewind it some more to where he first started talking to him.
On this channel, I've been waiting to do this, but I appreciate.
I've seen him glitching too.
Appreciate me.
Yeah, watch how he glitches and he answers the dude real
Get
quick
into this
before he
thing
even
and
gets
get
the
out for
question
the-
out. Like he had already knew he was gonna ask. It seemed like
Aliens and
yes.
How many alien races?
You see that glitch?
Aware of?
Yeah. Well, remember that we are part of a large federation. We are part of a large association and an interstellar alliance, and we are aware of.
You see him again?
So, yeah. In fact, we are aware of hundreds of thousands of species.
Okay, and is that across all of the galaxies?
You see him glitch again?
The galaxies we are aware of that we've explored. There are many, many places we haven't explored yet.
Like his neck, how he moves his neck is just something funny to me.
Within this three-dimensional.
And he was so sincere.
On which three-dimensional universe you're talking about. Because from our perspective, we exist in a reality that's just as physical as yours, but it's in an alternate universe. So to us, it's just as physical as yours is to you. So are you just talking about the idea of what we have encountered in your particular universe, three-dimensionally?
Yes.
We have encountered 167 species in your particular galaxy alone.
Now pause it right there for me. That's the type of stuff I be talking about. Now, we all discuss stuff all the time, but when you have somebody so adamantly, adamantly serious about it, knowing numbers, calling out numbers, you know, if that's not something to me, that's not something, then it's got to be something mental, and it's got to be like drawn from some fantasy world created in his mind. You know what I mean? If not that, then it has to be something that comes from somewhere else, man. I've only got two notions for that, two observations when it comes to that. One is it's in his mind and he has his fantasy and he's come up with these numbers and this whole world in his head. And two, there's some truth behind it.
So he's the clone.
No, he's not a clone. He's an alien. He is supposedly an alien who went and had a conversation at a auditorium of these people of this town. The YouTube clip on him was basically about him in this town. He came and townspeople and all that were shocked by him and the way he talked, the way he moved. And then he had a meeting in this church with them. And it's 45-minute reel of just him talking to himself about where he's from, the beings that are here on Earth, that he lives in a different 3-world dimension where it's more the reality is broken down. We have solids, they don't have solids in his reality. And he was able to come in through our dimensions on a frequency he spoke of, on a frequency wave. That's the light speed, how they travel through these wormholes in that. And that's something else I wanted to bring up too. There's a video too on that, on the wormholes, on how time travel actually is permitted. And it's so in depth that it's not even it's a thought process. It's not a physical thing. It's a thought process, how they move through these wormholes. It's a state of mind that they can do that. And I know that seems crazy, but it's like turning on a light switch and that energy travels through um, those what do they call it? Verizon had it come out real soon. I forgot what it was called. Verizon high speed cords that they had, this clear stuff that they had. I remember selling it door to door, but it was like the newest thing. And
Fiber optics.
Fiber optics. There you go. Fiber optics. They found out how to move it faster through that instead of the coils. And it was more, even looking into the fiber optics, it's a thought process. It's such a high speed. It's somewhat seen as alien technology, some would say, how they figured out how to do that so fast, even with 5G. 5G, it's more of a frequency that they're moving this stuff on. Like I said, again, I know that sounds far-fetched, but time, when we look at time, we look at it totally different from a clock moving than scientists look at it. Scientists look at it as a speed of sound type thing. Because if you go so fast, even in space, you slow down differently than you are on Earth. It's like Earth is spinning, and if you step up out of that whole gravity force field, you're in a different time continuum, as they talk in physics. And it's that's why if we were to go to Venus and it was so many, or Mars, if men actually traveled to Mars, they would come back in a different time period, but their body and their age would not be aged as fast as our age has aged as us being on Earth. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's pretty much how time works in the quantum physics realm. It's if you're there, it's like if a tree fell and you were in Russia and it fell in Africa, you didn't experience that time because you wasn't there. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't. I don't know how to explain it, man. It's so in a wormhole, you trip out about it, man. But like I said, if you were to go to Mars and come back, me and you on a spaceship, and we went to Mars and came back, the time period, even if we warp speeded there, it would still take that same amount of time to get there. But we're in a wormhole of time in which it wouldn't affect us on the time that has passed. Our bodies would not get older. We would stay in that stuck time. But on the outside of that ship, it's moving in the speed of time, and it's taking 40,000 years to get there. Well, when we get there, shoot, we're there. Boom, we're the same age. But 40,000 years has passed. We go back to Earth. 80,000 years have passed, and when we get there, however long it took for us to get there, it's just the amount of time it took. That's it. That's it. If it's say that it's gonna take us 5 years to get there, yeah, in that time period of us getting from Earth to Mars, in that 5-year time period, because of that warp speed, we're gonna age 5 years. But on the outskirts of that, the time period it takes to get to Earth to there is the amount of time that is gonna pass on the outside of that ship.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it is crazy. It is. And that's when they talk about this dimensions that we live in, these different dimensions.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's wild. Okay.
You can play the tape now. You can go ahead and play the tape.
How many of those species are currently on the face of planet Earth?
About 12.
Okay,
They come and go.
Okay, I've heard that there are.
See him glitching again?
Or even more than that.
There are other visitors, but the 12 are relatively common.
Okay.
They come and go a lot.
Are they living on the surface of the Earth, or are they
and sometimes they're in underground bases.
So I was going to ask, so the Earth is hollow?
No. not in the way that many people who say, oh, hollow earth mean it. No. There are underground bases. There are tunnels. There are openings. There are caverns. There are hollow spots.
Oh, that's some wild shit.
Report on UFOs. The Pentagon's expert warning about a possible.
Is that it? Or you want me to keep going?
Yes, sir. Keep playing. I want you to keep playing this.
Okay. All right. All right.
Mothership coming close to Earth. Stay with us.
That Chinese balloon that floated across the continental U.S. got a lot of attention, and somehow it eclipsed other, weirder, unidentified flying objects.
This is a person I respected tremendously, very, very senior person. He's told me, he said, Lou, I want you to stop doing this. I said, okay, sir, I certainly can, but may I ask why? And he says, well, we already know what it is. Now, at that moment, I honestly thought maybe it was our own technology. And he said, no, that's not what I'm saying. And he said, he asked me point blank, have you read your Bible lately? And I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that. And I said, well, sir, I think I know what it says. Where are you going with this? And he said, well, then you would know that these things are demonic and we should not be pursuing them.
Y'all, so apparently we are under a geomagnetic storm watch. I don't understand why they don't put stuff like this and make it news. Like, why CNN, Fox News, or any local TV station doesn't put this information out for the public to know that this is going on, right? This thing, they're saying that this geomagnetic storm is supposed to be so strong that it is, some things are not going to work. Like, you might not have cell service. You might not be able to get a radio station.
Dude's just like, some things might not work. Yeah, we're not talking about your penis, man. We should be explaining like electronics and stuff.
You make it strong, man. That's some real shit.
Oh yeah, it gets deeper even on that, bro. You'll see it even gets deeper on that, and she's gonna tell you a little bit more.
I don't know.
And it's going to mess up your internet connections. Planes don't need to be in the sky flying when this happens. So what's going to be their excuse if planes start to fall out the sky? So if you have a flight between now and Tuesday, do not get on airplanes, y'all. Do not get on airplanes until this stuff passes over, because it's going to hit Earth, okay? And it's a geomagnetic storm. It's a strong solar flare that's coming from the sun. And this reminds me of, y'all remember 2YK when we were expecting the big blackout? But what we didn't know what was going on behind the scenes?
Yes.
Is that we had a massive solar flare in 2012, y'all, that we knew nothing about. And guess where your government officials and all the bigwigs were headed to? To their underground bunkers. Y'all watch this video and I'll be right back.
July 23rd, 2012. Look it up, read up on it.
Now pause that for a second.
Hearsay.
Before he gets into this video, this is what he is talking about. The Mayan calendar. All right. I know everybody remembers the Mayan calendar. July 2012 was the day we were supposed to be done. It was supposed to be the end of the world. Okay. The Mayan calendar had spoke about it and the whole nine. Now, what happened on that day was a humongous 3-whopper solar flare from the sun. And somehow or another, with our powers that be and the secret shit that goes on this planet, that the hieroglyphics speak of, these certain skulls, or was it the golden tablet, not golden tablet, but the green tablet from Atlantis, this rock of power, all these things that the so-called Vatican has right now control of. The Knights Templars, they stole all these important things. This was a thing that they made sure they got. If it was any valuable ornament or any valuable trinket that was supposed to have any yielding powers to it. This stuff is what they believed in. They stole it. The Knights Templar stole it. They protected it. They gave their lives. They swore in their life on protecting these heirlooms of power. And go ahead, push play.
Wow, no shit.
You know, somebody made it up. It's all real. But we should have bought it that day, y'all. You should have died. All of us should have been gone. And people are probably sitting there, what is he talking about? On July 23rd, we had not one, not two, but three CMEs coming straight at Earth in a line, 3 of them in a row. The perfect storm. Now, what's the CME? It's a corona mass ejection. Think of it as when you take your hand to your forehead and you wipe the sweat off, then you just sling it off your hands, see all the little beads of sweat? Well, beads of sweat like that come off the sun as it's rotating. But this little bead of sweat is got some umph to it, y'all. This bead is the size and mass of Mount Everest. And it's a ball of plasma. It's coming at Earth. And they generally travel just below light speed. They'll cover 93 million miles in 14 hours or less. Well, these 3 CMEs come hurling in at us. And they came 93 million miles away. And they were going to hit us dead center. Then we have a word we use in science when we can't explain something. Phenomenon. Something bumped them. Something. I don't know what. And I'm opened up to any suggestions because it's a phenomenon. We don't know. But these things just deflected a little bit. But it was enough. But they passed so close when they went by. They were between us and the moon. They were only 110,000 miles
extremely
away.
close when you're talking about these things.
When they come from 93 million miles away and they pass by only 110,000 miles, something bumped these things.
You were given an explanation though recently. Can you talk about that, of what possibly, how we avoided this catastrophe?
In a panel I was on recently for Antarctica, Linda Moulton Howe said she had some whistleblowers that said there was a big ship out there that deflected the things. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But sounds good to me. All I know is something caused these things to deflect right at the last minute. And how serious was this? This story wasn't released until 2 years after the event. It happened in 2012. It wasn't until 2014 that the press even talked about it. But if you do the math, this is really interesting. If those 3 CMEs hit on July 23rd, 6 months later, probably the last human being would have died on the planet because everything would have been gone. The sun's blotted out. And that last person would have died probably on December 21st, 2012. The Mayans were right. We should have died. Something intervened, something, I don't know what. But that CME event did occur. It's not BS. It really happened, verified by NOAA, NASA, and about a dozen other countries that saw it was happening in. This is a real event.
Do you have any technologies that you're aware of that could have pulled this off?
Hey parents, pay attention. Is your child still using simple words like good and like?
Not that I'm aware of. And for them to just change course without seeing any flash or any physical, currents out there, no, I don't know what did it. I was thinking of, Mr. Spock and the Enterprise, may have came in. Something happened that caused it to change course. But that day is also interesting is because it was so quiet on the news level. Nothing mentioned about any of this. And that's a major...
Who knew about it in this compartmentalized section? Just NOAA?
No, the entire federal government knew. They were having open house at Mount Weatherby. So they were moving in with their families. They're going to close the doors and let us burn. I mean, our government's just the lowest scumbag you can meet. They wouldn't even want to tell us about it. Why? Because they didn't want you panicking, be on the roads, and they couldn't get to Mount Weather.
Right.
See, y'all see how fucked up our government is? They
Yeah.
don't care about us. Trust me, they don't.
Hey, what Michael say? They don't really care about us. He was, bro. Michael Jackson was putting a lot of stuff in this music, y'all. I'm just saying, do your own research though. Don't believe none of this stuff.
Even in the movie, Don't Look Up, right? Even in the movie, Don't Look Up. Those of you that watched that movie, did y'all see what they did? Y'all see what they did, right? The movie, 2012. You see what they did. They are putting this stuff in plain sight. They don't care. If anything was to really, really happen, if we were to get attacked and by nuclear weapons or whatever, their ass is gonna be down under the ground.
Facts.
Okay? They have bunkers down there. 200, 100 feet down in the ground, underground. And they have been preparing this stuff for years. Okay? I'm a truck driver. I have went to one of the inside caves underground. Yes. And I have taken dog food. I have taken water. I have taken all of these non-perishable foods down there. And I think to myself, like, why is this stuff going down underground? There's cities underground. There's roadways and streets as above, so below down there. You can only go so far. So people are down there, already down there, living in the ground. They can't come up because they cannot take our sun. This stuff is for real. If you think it's not, hey, that's on you. Use your own discernment, but you've got to understand. Okay? They have been hoarding food. They have been hoarding medical supplies, all of these things down there for them. Okay, so when they go down underground, if something happens, they're going to have everything that they need down there. So they don't even have to come up to the surface for 15 to 20 some odd years. These people are sick and they do not care about us, okay? And the more we can understand that, I think the better that we will be. Y'all get your minds right. Meditate, pray, whatever it is you do to get your minds right, because they don't care nothing about us. And what y'all think? Y'all think a spaceship really came out and knocked this thing off course? Because from what he was saying is, we should have been out of here. From what he was saying is, the Mayans were correct when they said that that was supposed to be the end of the world. But something decided that we should live, and it wasn't our time. Okay?
Hey, Jamie, pause that.
About this. If y'all have any more information.
Now, I just queued this other video I want you to go and play, and I want you to play maybe the first 10 minutes of it, and that's it.
Okay, I got you, King.
It is wild, man.
Oh, this is gonna open your eyes up. This is what you about to see. If you even didn't even believe anything what she's talking about, if you even have any questions to what is she saying, this video right here is gonna give you the answers to that, and this is gonna blow you away.
All right, y'all ready?
Great.
No, that's hey Unc Bert. Hey, look, man. Look at Unc, man. Look at Unc, man. Look.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mad at you, Unc. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Hey,
No, I told you don't take it personal. Don't take it personal.
Hey, I gotta get me some of that there, baby.
Woo-wee. That boy feeling good.
That's crazy, man.
Share that with me because I love all of this and stuff like this.
All right,
but
go ahead and play that one over with Jamie.
It's full of shit, and they don't give a fuck about their citizens.
Say it again, King.
Yeah, go ahead and play the other one I sent you.
Okay, you ready? Okay, all right. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, I want you to pause that on her instead of play that other one.
All right, let's. I'm sharing that one. All right.
Yeah.
All right, and all right, I see it.
Hey man, you're doing a good job, Prince. This is nice.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna hit you all the way around. I got my good 45 minutes. So we're gonna do this in. It's my opportunity to shine right quick. So I'm gonna give y'all what's in my mind.
That's right, and that's right. That's right, King. I get you. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, here we go. All right, y'all ready? You want to say something, Prince, or you good?
No, it all speak for itself. It was just speaking up on what the girl was talking about, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Well, guys, we made it over here to Craft in Springfield, Missouri, and we're fixing to go down inside the cave here in just a second.
Look at this whole facility all made up in the whole time. No one knows anything about this place. You would think this place was like a
Bad luck, Abram.
storage facility or something. And watch what happens.
I've been to this cave I don't know how many times over here, picking up loads and dropping loads.
I want y'all to see what this actually is all about. What our government is doing, and 99.9% of us have no idea.
I got old bad luck Abram here
at all.
Right.
I got to go down in there and drop it in there now. Oh well.
Right off the side of the highway. You never would guess.
That's great.
We're going down in there. Thought I'd take you guys with me into the cave.
Right offside the highway. And this is in Missouri, Missouri. Look at this. Right outside the highway.
That's crazy, man.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
You said that's in Missouri?
Yes, sir. This is one facility that's in Missouri. Now, these caves underneath go from Missouri to Iran, Texas, all the way from Iran, Texas to Missouri, and to other multiple ones, all the way to Washington, D.C. They're all connected.
I don't know what we're doing here. Thought the guy pushed the code in.
It's a whole underground city, whole underground world.
Oh shit! Look at there. I guess that sucker ain't gonna stay open, man. Holy hell! Guess I gotta push the code in. Back up and I'll push it in. You think this sucker would stay open more than that, wouldn't you? Jesus.
We'll let him in that bad boy. Not let him in there. Now you can go.
Let's try this again. See if it'll stay open now. It says lowers after every vehicle though, so I guess that's why.
Now ask yourself, what the hell do they get ready for? Like, we're taxpayers and we don't do this.
Looking for door 37, 1037. Abram didn't believe me about this cave deal.
What is that, bro?
You believe me now, don't you?
Crazy, yeah.
Look how they dug that out. Look at that, bro. That is amazing. deficit in the United States with money, and they're building underground facilities like this, and we have no idea about them?
Right. Well, I guess 37 got to be down there somewhere.
Look at that. Do you see that? See how deep this man has driven inside this cave already?
Well, there's 20, 18, 19, 20.
Wrong.
Got a lot of money down there too. That's a lot of things.
It might be in the car.
Look at that, man. That is unreal. They haven't even gotten to the city parts where you're gonna see the gas stations and all that.
No way.
You'll see.
There's 537. There's 27.
What's the mic, James?
Hey, is there more lemonade in there?
Right over here.
This is insane to me. The first time I saw this, I was just blown away.
That is just crazy, man.
All right, here we go, back in that bad boy. Ain't a lot of room in here, is there, Aiden? All right, guys, we'll get back to you in a minute. Springfield Caves right here, guys. is out of there.
Charge your phone 40% faster with this new 4-port charging device. This 30.
All right, here we go, guys. We've about made it over here to the Springfield terminal right here. This will be Big A's first time coming over here to Springfield. You know how big that pad is, eh? Hold on a minute, guys. What you say, old buddy?
How are you?
All right, how you doing, buddy?
I'm all right for a senior citizen.
I doubt you a senior citizen.
Yes, sir. Social Security drawing recipient.
Are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm almost 57.
I would have never thought you was that old.
Because whiskey's a great preservative.
Have a good one, buddy. We'll see.
Downside is they can't cremate me when I die.
Hey, Jamie, stop that one.
There you go. Have a good one, man.
Good seeing you.
You too, buddy.
More in depth with it.
That security guard here, man, he is always good to me.
This other one I want to show. You can fast forward till it gets to the part where it gets to
Always good to me. Oh, let's find the
That was just
cocktail lane and get on in it.
But you can go, matter of fact, just go back to the clip because that just spoke on the city that she was talking about, how she would make those deliveries. But if you go back to the first YouTube thing, just play that. Go back to that.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, just go to the first video that I gave you. Go to that one and play
The first one?
Yeah.
All right, so stop this one.
Yeah, stop that one and go back to the first one. We good to go.
Okay.
We got some friends that built an underground house in the side of the mountain, but man, that just reminds me of the underground tunnel from Detroit to Canada.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, so you said the first one or which one?
The first one that I had you play. First clip, the main one I had you play from the beginning. My presentation video. Yeah. Yeah, just go back to that. Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah, just play that one.
All right.
Yeah, just keep going with that. I just wanted to touch bases on the underground that she was talking about making deliveries to.
Right. That's tight. That's
All right.
crazy.
Here we
I'd
go.
be scared.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to go down there. And you know, like, but see, I'm gonna tell you, man, like these people, they're gonna prepare for the worst, man. I mean, if I had the kind of bread and resources like they got, I would too. So I mean, they preparing for the worst, man. Nuclear war being one. That's probably one of the main things that they worried about is nuclear war, man. And so, for them to, for them to prepare themselves for something like that, man. I I'm not.
But for you not to be told or prepare your family or.
Well,
at least
here's the thing though, King. Like right now, like they said, like you said, and they're here putting it right in your face. They're here putting it in your face every damn day they are. And if you don't take heed of that, man, and they're not wrong because they done told you. They've been trying to tell you. So and if you don't listen, you decide not to listen, that's on you.
That's on you. That's on you.
On you. You just that was your decision. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yes, sir.
So, but hey man, like here's the thing with that. You don't know what's real and what's not at this point, right? I mean,
there we go.
So what you got to do is what? You got to research, King. That's what you got to do. You got to research.
That's right.
That's what you got to do, man. You got to research. You got people, man. But here's another thing too. You got people that'll tell you like, well, so what are we gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? like as
That's
if
right.
to
That's
tell
right.
like
That's
like
right. That's
you know
right. Like you know
like to
all
tell
that
you like
information. What you gonna do with it?
yeah like what that what okay so now what do you do? You know what I mean? That's the question. Like so I mean it ain't you can't stop it, you can't whoop it, you can't beat it. So what
So what do you do?
what do you do?
You
You know what I mean?
strategically get prepared. You strategically get prepared.
No, what
That's
they're
what I
telling you
say.
to do is what they're insinuating is just lay down and you know just ball up, lay down and ball up and let them stomp you out. That's when people say that to me. That's what they. It's like
Exactly.
they done gave up. They ain't no fight in them. You know what I mean? They done gave up. They you know now
That's
it's
exactly.
about they ready they willing to accept death. Well, you know we know that death is always present. We know that it's inevitable, right? But the thing is
That's right.
this, man. Like if I can prolong it, just like anybody else, I think you should, right?
That's
Right.
right.
I mean, but you got these people, you know, that are literally be talking about killing themselves before they let you know what I mean. Because listen, man,
Yes.
you know what I
Yes.
mean, and those are people that I don't want to be around.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because you done gave up on life already, man. At this point, you know what I'm saying. And so if you done gave up on your life, I know mine don't stand a chance with you. You know, you know what I mean. So I gotta go and get on out your way, man, or get you out my way. Some one or the other. You know what I mean? I mean that's just it, man. Because you know, but like I said, these people is preparing themselves for the worst. And if you got the resources, King, you should. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Now, as far as not telling the people, they like I said, they've been telling the people. They've been telling the people. The people is the ones, just like we trying to tell the people about other things, right? They ain't trying to hear it, and they ain't gonna try. They ain't gonna want to hear it until shit. It's too late. It's gonna be too late. But yeah, here I go, man. My bad.
That's good. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
That we should live, and it wasn't our time. Okay, let me know what y'all think about this. If y'all have any more information, please share that with me, because I love all of this and stuff like this. But
Eric, you want them to play it some more?
Shit, and they don't give a fuck about their citizens.
Yeah, I want to play this video right here. This whole clip. This is what I wanted to watch.
Take all that for us to know that part, right? But check this out though. We already know how it is, bro. Like, remember I told y'all to go watch that movie? Have y'all watched it yet? It's called Greenland. Go look at that. That's like a real demonstration of like what it would be like. Like they showed.
That's a good movie. That Greenland movie you talking about. Check it out.
You know, like, oh, let's go out here and watch these little pebbles come through our environment and land in the ocean. Next thing you know, bro, oh man, they got on the news. Oh, excuse me. Tampa and Orlando is completely gone, nigga. Like, you know, and then they had select people that can get inside of the bunkers and stuff. They had certain people with certain skill sets that they wanted to preserve and stay, you know, so they had a place within the bunker, but you couldn't be sick. Dude's son had diabetes, man. He couldn't get in.
3 signs your dog's gut is overrun with bacteria. They have gunky or watery eyes. 2, they're itching. 3, they're poorly. You see, most skin and coat issues stem from a strange location. Your dog's gut, this is the real reason.
In there, but they found a way. You know how these movies go. They found a way to get in there, but it's just crazy, man. Like the whole world was destroyed, changed for forever, and they ain't come up to years later. But you know, we've been showing y'all the bunkers and stuff, them taking the food there and everything. And now they have a plan in New York. If y'all pay attention, do your own research. They want them they got this challenge that they're doing. Everybody just go vegetarian and don't eat meat. And they trying to blame it. All of a sudden, they care so much about the temperature of the earth. All of a sudden. Now that's their number one priority. They're trying to restrict the food, which they've been burning cattle and stuff like that. Everything is coming in full circle. Y'all know how we doing this channel. We don't just post compilations. We actually make it make sense. Let's get it.
Skull and Bones, its members rise to the very pinnacles of power.
like George Walker Bush, for example. When Bush contested the presidency with Democrat John Kerry, it was a battle between two bonesmen.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us?
Not much, because it's a secret.
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go wild.
Sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the rest.
Number 322.
First of all, he's not the nominee. And, look, I look for...
Are you prepared to lose?
No, I'm not going to lose.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us?
Not much, because it's a secret.
Is there a secret handshake? Is there a secret code?
I wish there were something secret I could manifest.
322, secret number?
There are all kinds of secrets, Tim, but one thing is not a secret. I disagree with this president's direction that he's taking the country. We can do a better job, and I intend to do it.
Did he talk too much?
Societies meet. The rituals are still a secret. And so when we heard that some enterprising characters had managed to spy on the famous Skull and Bones Society, we couldn't resist.
The videotape provides a grainy glimpse into what appear to be the initiation rituals of a secret society that's been around since 1832, whose members have gone on to be leaders of Wall Street and the White House, the Senate and the Supreme Court.
They're sort of trying to scare the initiates, disorient them, frighten them.
New York Observer investigative reporter Ron Rosenbaum accompanied a team of Yale students who got these pictures 9 days ago. Rosenbaum's curiosity about Skull and Bones was permanently piqued when, as a classmate of George W. Bush, he lived right next to the Tomb, the group's heavily fortified home. From their perch, Rosenbaum and his cohorts taped the Tomb's courtyard. What they captured, they say, was initiates, known as neophytes, to kiss a skull, then members performing a mock...
Can I get one too?
Sure, I'd rather have my picture with that good-looking lady than...
You can get one too. Yeah, but I was wondering, have you heard of Building 7? Because there was like a radio show where you said that you never heard of Building 7.
No, I haven't. What's Building 7?
The third skyscraper that fell on 9/11.
Oh my gosh, sure, now I remember.
Did you do some research into that?
No, I was busy with the Pentagon getting hit.
Of course. Yeah, but there's a lot of controvery surrounding that.
Oh, is
it was
that
the
right?
third
I don't know anything about
skyscraper
it.
that was
Here we go.
away from...
I gotta go.
But really, never... Princeton, right?
Did you get it, Hayes?
Spacer's got to get his picture. Thanks.
He don't want to talk about that shit.
But what's your thoughts on Building 7, Mr. Rumsfeld? Mr. Rumsfeld, it's hard to believe you don't know Building 7, though, to be completely honest with you.
So Donald Rumsfeld is either the dumbest Secretary of Defense this country has ever had, or he's playing dumb. How could you not know about the third skyscraper that came down on 9/11 with video footage evidence showing first responders backing away, saying that they're going to pull the building? My friend was down there and heard the countdown. The owner said he decided to take that building down. He had plans to actually make a new building back in 2000 before 9/11 even happened. We confronted him, and the very fact that he never showed up to work with his family on that specific day. This is a key smoking gun issue with even the mainstream media like the BBC reporting the building collapsing before it actually collapsed with the building behind them. 9/11 is a very important fact that everyone needs to understand. If you don't know what it is, Google it right now. Thank you for all the people who make this independent news organization possible by investing in us and donating to us on wearechange.org/donate. Subscribe. We're going to have a lot more information coming here your way on youtube.com/wearechange.
Hey, just a reminder, like, y'all know what the news is, how they say, oh, stop the woke, and, oh, these people don't know what they're talking about, woo, 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 but these are the people that create the narratives and hold on to the narratives. The people that you see that's been getting fired, and all those people were puppets, man. They don't come up with their own independent research. They're forced to do this. They get paid extremely good So therefore, they have certain incentives, and then they also know too you can get unalive for not, sticking with the plan and messing with certain people like that, man. But look, let's keep
Take
going.
off and sweep around the world. It all began with a documentary that claimed the astronauts never ever landed on the moon, that the whole event was faked by the Americans, filmed on a movie set. Normally, you'd just dismiss this as another of those crazy conspiracy theories. But then you find that 20% of Americans, that's like 60 million people, actually believe there's something in it, that the giant leap for mankind could have been the hoax of the century.
Of course.
That's one small step for man.
Hey, for people that ain't familiar with this, really pay attention to this right here. Like, technology is a motherfucker. We're gonna keep advancing. The more we advance, the more things are gonna be brought to light that we're gonna understand that was cap and lies. Just like our history, and everybody from every spectrum can understand, like, bro, we've been lied to. Can we all agree to that in the comments down below? Everybody has been lied to.
One giant leap for mankind.
Some say it was the greatest achievement.
So we have to question everything. Not saying this is a fact, but really break this down and dissect it for yourself and let me know how you feel about it at the end of this. Real talk, so we can have real educated conversations about this.
Of the 20th century. And looking back, it was truly amazing. Apollo 11 was a major propaganda victory for America and a major boost to national confidence. So much so that more and more people around the world now believe it was a giant confidence trick.
A suit does a lot for an image, Tariq, but it won't.
Not one astronaut has been on the moon.
I'm afraid not.
No Apollo.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like, bro, like, we about to watch Power, nigga? Like, what Power got to do? All right, let's
Landed on the moon. It's all a lie.
I'm afraid so. The government lies. What a surprise.
Bart Zabrell is a documentary filmmaker, a committed Christian, and a man obsessed. He and his disciples believe all the Apollo moon landings were a conspiracy on a massive scale.
While some may say to deny the moon landings would be tantamount to denying the Holocaust, we have to realize that there were 300 million eyewitnesses to World War II. But to this supposed greatest event in human history, there were only 3 witnesses, each government employees, and there was no independent press coverage of this event. And all that we saw was a fuzzy black and white television picture.
Houston, you should have a picture now. We have a pretty good picture now.
Now, if you think you've heard all this before, you could be right. Back in 1978, Hollywood made a movie called Capricorn 1.
Ready, slow-mo.
Houston, I'm stepping onto the surface.
Take slow-mo.
The movie was about a mission to Mars, but the landing was staged, secretly filmed on a movie set. The conspiracy theorists reckon if Hollywood could fake it, so could NASA.
I was rolling on the moon one day.
They say this famous image of the astronauts planting the American flag on the moon actually happened in an air-conditioned studio. And that's why the flag is flapping. We all know there's no wind on the moon.
You can look at the footage yourself, and it certainly looks to me like the flag.
That's what they say, right? That's what they say, is no wind on the moon. So how you, like, all right, let's keep going.
Flag is either alive or there's wind. I believe it was air conditioning because of the heat, because of the natural or artificial lighting that they had, as well as the fact that they were in spacesuits without cooling units.
And according to Bart Zabrell, there's more proof it was all a hoax. If the astronauts were really on the moon, there would be only one source of light, the sun, and therefore only one light making all the shadows.
It's 20 times brighter than the desert on Earth. There's no artificial lighting, no need for it. All shadows will run parallel. Sometimes we have 2 objects in a picture. It's for you.
Hello?
Just a few feet from one another, and the shadows are going as much as 90 degrees different direction. Now that's circumstantial evidence of artificial lighting.
If it was all faked, there were some tricky problems for the hoaxers. For instance, how to fake the effect of the moon's gravity. Ah, that's easy, says Bart Zabrell. slow motion.
Look at the size of that rock.
When we take the traditional television picture as seen by NASA, it's very convincing. They seem to be kind of floating around and it looks like 1/6 gravity. But all you have to do as a filmmaker is to double the speed and it's very clear that they're on Earth. They're not jumping 6 feet in the air, they're getting a few inches off of the ground.
It's silly. If you actually watch these things and speed up the film, it doesn't look natural. These guys are hopping around and they're out of balance.
Phil Plait is an astronomer at Sonoma State University in California. As far as he's concerned, Bart Sabrell is just plain crazy. If it was all faked on a movie set, why didn't the director just go for a second take when he saw the flag waving?
I am back with a paradigm shifting transmission. If you're new to this channel, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. But today we're going to be talking about a compilation of ramifications that goes against the rectitude and the principles of the universe that's interconnected to chaos in order to encompass a new world order governmental system that's based on totalitarian feudalism that's connected to the military-industrial complex for world domination. Because all these afflictional psychological operations is the precursor to socialism. So we're dealing with frequency modification, weather modification, when you're talking about CERN and NASA, and the implementation of Project Bluebeam, right? But what you got to understand is that when it comes to westernized science and westernized nanotechnology, everything is based on unconventional asymmetrical warfare that goes against the laws of nature to centralize and to destabilize humanity under the banner of the United Nations and all these secret societies. Because like I told you, the third eye for the beast is artificial intelligence, right? So like I said, he has 6 patents and over 250 publications that presents the future technology to impact humanity and society for a totalitarian system. He's the one who created that publication for NASA, right? A form of anthropogenic climate change, because they know that, you know, these new energies that's being projected to the planet, the solar transmission, is causing a reconfiguration in their system. When you're talking about the electrical grid, when you're talking about the people who have the non-ether genetical properties and the people who have 6 ether genetical properties, everything on the planet is being upgraded at a biological level. So they try to make technology synonymous to the upgrade of the planet to subjugate the ascension process. The reason that is because they say that humans have taken over. So like I said, because they know that the inception of the planet is galvanized by a republic, which is a matriarch. So they know that the people have the real power. So in order to subjugate humanity, they have to do it from a form of technology, right? So this is also constituted.
Creep on in, on in, on in.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. He ain't that old where his neck should just be wrinkling like that and staying with the wrinkle. Feel me? Mask. Stop playing with me.
Scientists have discovered a massive ocean beneath Earth's surface, bigger than all the seas above land. Joe Rogan posted this. This is March 28, 2023. And it's crazy because I was just speaking on how water connects all realms. And people don't believe me when I say there are advanced beings underwater. And it's crazy because this supposed ocean is bigger than all of the other seas above land. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's not just humans that exist. It's stuff out there we don't even know about. And people be thinking what they see on a day-to-day basis is all there is in this universe. Wrong. It's the age of Aquarius too, so much more information gonna be coming out. It's not just us, there's extraterrestrial land outside of ours. Oh, and by the way, the CIA and all of them, they be working with these advanced beings. They be showing y'all in movies. And if you know, you know. And there are some advanced beings within the CIA that know about what's actually taking place and are helping to speed up this ascension process. Real spiel.
How old are you?
Well, there's virtual age and actual age. My virtual age is how I look, what I appear to be in this physical body. So my physical body, even though I get told I don't look my age, would appear to be 48. My actual age, I'm going to be turning 83 this year. So you have to add in the 20-year tour of duty plus over a decade of the period when I was in training. So there's over 30 years of extra time and experience that I participated in that my body doesn't show because I was put back into a younger version of myself when I was 37.
Hey, look, do y'all believe that? Y'all remember what they was talking about with the with Get Out and stuff like that? And remember what they said about Epstein, about him being able to put people into different bodies. That's what he specialized in, and that's why they was doing certain things they was doing. And that's why when certain things was getting people was getting sentenced and stuff like that, they always had a reflection for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, all these things just can't be coincidence, y'all. You feel me? But look, it's a let me know in the comments down below how y'all feel about that. Y'all think that the technology is advanced like that? What we do know is we seen people in ancient times from what, like thousands of years ago with tablets, nigga. Was they carving that for no reason, or was it already there? Just think about the whole how long it took us to get tablets and how slowly they're evolving them. Is it on purpose? Is it by plan, design? Always keep us at a disadvantage. That's why we gotta start thinking outside the boxes for ourselves.
There they go, covering up the fucking dark lines in the sky once again. What the hell, you guys? I've seen this once in my life, and I got pictures.
That's real shit.
The reptilians are giving Hitler and Germany technology that can take them into space. And Hitler himself said the world would be populated by blonde, blue eyes, and the Hebrews would be exterminated. And yet, in the United States, all of you are struggling to understand what is happening in Germany. And the people in the United States helping you telepathically are blonde, blue-eyed secretaries. What is the relationship between the reptilians helping the Nazis, blondes helping the Nazis, and blondes helping the United States?
You're asking a $64 question that can only be answered till you can accept that we're.
Who was that on the other side? Santa Claus, nigga? Like, who throat boxes sounding like that? Like, bro, we gotta reactivate you, man. Get your throat back working, your throat chakra together. You feel me? Gotta send them some herbs.
Not just dealing with reptilians or little grays or whatever. We're dealing with probably thousands of different extraterrestrial species, some of which are just coming here, taking a look and leaving. Others are doing their own agendas. Good and bad Nordic civilization people. And reptilians can make themselves look like Nordics.
Right.
Okay? They can also make Nordics and vice versa. And the most important thing is that you are living on a planet which is nothing but a laboratory that belongs to them. Planet Earth has been being used for thousands of years by different extraterrestrials. We are and have been just a laboratory planet for extraterrestrial agendas.
And supermarket for genetic material.
Yeah, right.
How weird this is. Look at the guard on the right. What the hell was that?
By sharing some of this information with you, I am in the process of violating my national security oath. The planet Earth is and has been the subject of an extensive, detailed study by several extraterrestrial civilizations. The human race is a hybrid. We were seeded here, and we have had an intimate interrelationship with high technology, advanced intelligence for hundreds of thousands of years. It hasn't stopped. They are still involved. I'm not trying to frighten you, but I'm trying to say to you that in the next very few short years, you're going to be experiencing things that are going to literally change your life in ways you had never dreamed or imagined. And you better be ready for it.
Okay. You heard him. He said, and you better be ready for it. By a show of you know, put a number one in the comments down below. Be honest with yourself. Put a number one in the comments down below. If you seen a spaceship drop down in front of your crib and they say, get your ass in, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot to teach you. How are you going to react towards that? Are you going to be, this is your number one option. Are you going to be willing? Like, I bet, let's go, let's get it. I've been waiting on this. I've been in tune. I've been meditating. I've been waiting. Or two, you're going to freak the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And you just going to be erratic. Be honest with yourself. So number one, you're going to be accepting. Number two is you're not. I just want to see. This is just an experiment. I'm asking for a friend. Because then we'll really get to see in the grand scheme of things. And be honest with your stuff. Don't be lying in the comments, man. None of y'all ain't even using y'all real names anyway on this joint. So just be honest. And I really want to see where we at with it. Because it is show like why they don't want to tell the people in the masses. Because I'm pretty sure most people ain't gonna be able to accept it.
If you think the Earth is a globe, stop
This is for all
scrolling.
you globe people. That's the moon right there. And you see how the light is shining off those clouds? If that shit was really outer space, 27 billion light years away, it should be space lighted up between the clouds too, shouldn't it? It's dark out here. Them clouds over there too, you can't see them. But it's casting a goddamn shadow on these clouds right here. I think this right here is local, man. The moon and the sun has to be local, because if that was the case, if it wasn't the case, outer space would be lit up. But let me know what y'all think.
The idea of events that are happening on your planet right now.
At Two Men and a Truck, we'll treat you and your belongings like we'd treat our own grandmas.
Here we go! Hi there. Hello there.
Welcome. Whether we're moving you across town or even across the country.
We'll create the following situation. First of all, in late your year of 2024 and in your year of 2025, the channel himself will begin teaching in more depth the principles of the formula so that it really sticks, because this is crucial to the idea of understanding how reality works and being an equal participant in open contact. We will go on to something a little different. At the end of your year of 2026, we will deliver, when we determine it is appropriate on our schedule, different information based on the change I'm about to tell you. The probability of this is between 90 and 95% at this time, unlikely to change. There may be some waffling, as you say, but nevertheless, this seems to be where you are heading. For one reason or another, I'm not going to tell you the circumstances that are going to create this opportunity. Even some of your more sensitive psychics have begun to pick up on this probability and are starting to announce it. Somewhere near the end, middle to end of 2026, middle to beginning to the idea of 2027, somewhere in that, you will experience on your planet a major contact event. 2026, 2027 will be a major contact event happening that everyone on your planet will become aware of. So, be prepared. Allow yourselves to be true to yourselves. Be open, be flowing, and allow yourselves to know that when this major contact event occurs, 26, 27, it will herald in an awakening for many people on your planet, not all, but many people on your planet, to really create a new momentum heading towards a shift in your realities, individually and collectively, that will begin to allow you to move even faster toward the idea of open contact and becoming members of your galactic family. So, be prepared for those years. Allow yourself to move forward. It is very important for you to be yourself now, to allow this to occur in your perception.
And with that being said, imagine, right, it's like a ceremony or something, and you getting accepted into your galactic family. All right, so look, we can have weird and interesting conversations on here, right? So I know y'all been doing y'all research on the different type of extraterrestrial lives that's out there in the world, right? So
you can pause it, bro. That's it.
Do you think that your people come?
I'm definitely ready for discussion now.
They be waiting on you. Like, is it a veil that's gonna be? They're gonna be like, hey, nigga, hey.
All right. Shit, okay. So that was real interesting, King. Real interesting. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you this here, King.
Hold on. Think about what you are about to say. I want you to really think about like the whole grasp of the entirety of the clip.
Well, you had a few different issues here.
Right. So I want to open up the discussion with this. What I grasped from the whole collective videos was that our government is some shit. It really is. And from the underground caves to the extraterrestrial to the technology, just everything, man. How you got different people looking at all sorts of things collectively. It just is. It's just something, man. It just blows me away on how different sectors and different cells of this world we live in are talked about and debated about and trying to be figured out. We deal with Sankofa and Africa and Egypt and those things, and I just think it's amazing that it happens like that, and all the things that are discussed and talked about.
So now, as far as the extraterrestrial alien encounters and all this kind of stuff, like I personally, I mean, I don't doubt it, man. I don't doubt that this, I mean, listen, I would think that there's other life forms out here, but I just haven't seen them straight up. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to really speak on it, man. Because I like to go off of facts and proof and what I'm saying, firsthand accounts. You know what I mean? And it was some good claims. It was some really good claims. You know what I'm saying? Like the underground bunker, the underground joints. I mean, I don't know what that's about. I don't know why they would build something like that into the mountain like that. It seems like they did, right?
Yeah. That's right on the side of the highway. Right on the side of the highway. You would never even know about it.
And see, that's strange, but I mean, it's obvious that it's not top secret. So it ain't like, you feel me? So it's not, it didn't look like it was top secret or, where it was locked down, sealed tight. You feel me? So
so you think you could just drive your car down there on that main road? Like you didn't see him have to get through that gate?
Yeah, but I mean,
but did you not see him having to get through that gate just to get on that road to get down into that area?
Yeah, he had. Yeah, I see that part. I also seen where he was trying to catch that gate, and I didn't see nobody, rushing up on him like, "Hey, look here, man! Look, wait, whatever." Right? So, so it didn't seem like it was no. It was no urgency for top secret or some kind of secret up in there. So that's what it looked like to me. I'm just,
Okay, and I give you that. I give you that.
Right,
but understand this. He didn't go all the way in there. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you that they only got authority to go so far. They're probably going just so deep as to deliver. But my whole thing is, you saw all those cars. You saw trucks going in there. You know, the trucks came and they went. But what were those cars doing down there? And then the depth of how far he went in there. And then you see all those big slab walls that look like they was made of like metal. And then a red door with stairs going up to that door. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was behind that door? Like,
look
what
like
was
offices. It look like so when it was going past building 9 and 10 and all them buildings, it looked like those was offices.
In a cave. Imagine that. Opening up a door of an office in a cave. Maybe you open that door and it opens up to a whole facility up underneath there.
It could be. Hey, I don't doubt it. I'm just saying. So, but what I'm saying is, they wasn't playing it as if it was some kind of top secret place. Is what I'm saying. It wasn't like they had security everywhere, armed or none of that. They just people was walking around working. I mean, I don't know what that's about, King. I don't know what that place is. See, that's the thing. We have to do some research on that on that place and what it is. He said he was.
So let's talk about that. We got all of these. Let's just stay on this conversation because I like that. We got all these facilities, all these shops, all these major distributions for Kellogg's, for chicken, all types of food places, all of that stuff, all storage units for military stuff. You got tanks, you got military storages for planes, you got regular people storages for all these things, man. And you mean to tell me that man must have drove a good 5 miles underneath that cave? What they got in that cave? What's going on in that cave? He delivering what? What are they hiding in that cave?
He said he was delivering. He said he had some craft products, right?
Craft products. So we got food. We got shortage in these stores, and we got shortages in stores. Food shortages, water shortages, and you got an underground base that's bringing Kellogg's or Kraft or whatever food products and storing it underneath the cave.
Hey, now that's what you think, Unc?
Hey, you know, so yeah, that's wild stuff. So like I said, I got a friend that built a house in the side of a mountain, man, and it reminds me of that. And then it takes me to the underground tunnel in Detroit, which I just wouldn't be underneath that shit,
Yeah.
But I don't doubt that stuff is around. I did a lot of traveling too and stuff, man, and there's a lot of places in Wyoming. I know that they got underground caves that you can go to. In Idaho, they got underground caves that you can go to, and it's pretty accessible, So
that didn't look too accessible to me. It looked like he had to back up. It was only so far he was going to be able to go. It didn't look like it was too accessible to me. It looked like
what I meant was roomy, right?
Yeah.
So and that ran pretty deep, man. And I don't know the caves that were in Wyoming, because I ain't going up under there really, So, but I don't doubt that, man. I don't doubt that they have those things and that people are packing up. I think there was a lot of awareness for it. At one time there was plenty of awareness of it, and then it just faded away. But Prince is bringing it back up to, niggas better be aware of it, and because it's happening right now. And then we're wondering why all these. We can get some potential questions answered that way. And with the alien stuff, they got been dealing with that, and I was in Area 51, man, and we experienced some weird shit there, man. So I never ran into no alien, and I don't know, but that ain't nothing new. But I guess it's just a call for more awareness to it, and this is Prince's passion and stuff. So he studies it. What I'm going to do is do some researching on those caves, and then that AI stuff is coming out, man, and they're just putting it in your face that it's gonna mess up the world and all this kind of stuff, man. But nevertheless, they're still doing it, right? And so I don't know, you know, that with that guy, you know, the way that he was robotic, and, you know, but I don't even want to say robotic, but just a view of that, you know, it just complements a lot of stuff that they had been talking about before. Uh, so I don't know a lot about it, man. You know, it's stuff to, you know, that's interesting. But you know what I was gonna say is you snuck that in on me, man. You went and did it anyway.
On what? On what?
On the one what you was gonna show. But that's all good. It's all good. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. All right.
But that's okay. I switch lanes sometimes too, so it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
I thought you presented it well because you got the knowledge of it, man, and you explained it well, man. You know, I like quantum physics, so you know that part of it was really intriguing, and but it's just something that I don't have a lot of research. You know, I have a lot of what you know. I would just say common knowledge of it, and so you know that's my take on it. But I
hey,
think
do me a favor, Jamie. Hey, do me a favor, Jamie. I don't mean to cut you off. Do me a favor, Jamie. Play that clip I just sent you. Play this clip. I just sent it to you.
Go ahead. Go ahead and finish,
No, I was just saying that I think your presentation was really good, though, man. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, because you know what you're talking about, man. And it's just like, you know, when we're talking about the stuff that we've researched and studied, you know, now we're on the other side of it, right? At least I am.
Yeah.
I'm on the other side, right? I'm not foreign to it, but, you know, just seeing the visuals and doing the research and putting the time into it, you know, I like that, you know, so, you know, good job.
I think my research on what I'm trying to do is just open up. Like I was trying to explain to somebody. I had a discussion with my brother yesterday, and we was talking, and he said, "Where are you at in your realm of the world?" And I told him, I said, "I'm above the spectrum because I'm way up here above the food, above the materialistic things. I am at a place in my mental state where I'm trying to enlighten myself to go past this world we live in. That's why I always say I'm a star child, because I'm of the world, but I'm not in it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not a part of what is going on. I don't feel the way they feel about things. I know my hat, my clothes, it's all just material stuff. I know that it's just a form of how to get by in this world, in society, like the rules of this world. But there's rules of the universe that go beyond man, and certain groups in our government have tapped into that, and they are on that. And I believe truly that they have found ways of doing things and challenging things that we would look at as sci-fi, and it's not sci-fi. You know, our human bodies itself are made up of a structure of electronic. We are electrical. We are a computer itself. We only use so much of our brains due to the fact of the brainwashing and the form of life that we've been subjected to has taught us to allow others to do our thinking for us. You know, our ancestors, they used their knowledge, they used their minds, they used their meditation. They had to take the time to do that to gain this subconscious universal training and learning to grasp into that spectrum, or even just learning how to make fire, how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that a person just grasps that. I believe that is a meditation form of me looking at a rock and saying, and all of a sudden looking at it and meditating at that rock, and then just getting this thought process, and man, that's how I'm gonna use it to crack that nut. If I take that and bang that nut, it'll crack it. Eureka. And that's how I feel we have come to pass to learn how to walk, talk, write, just like our ancestors watching nature and seeing that bird scratching to the sand and coming to get that what I want to call that epiphany of knowledge, that poof, whoa, that's what he's doing. And without being synced and having that inner connection with the universe, I don't think that's possible. I don't feel that's possible. And I want Jamie to show this clip right here. This is a little understanding to what I'm talking about, to where a person's mind has taken him to want to go beyond even being better than God. And this is a video right here where I say man's power to be God himself. Go ahead and play it for me, Jay, if you don't mind.
And let me say something just real quick.
With advanced.
So like Jane Pittman said, you don't need a world of a melting pot. You have to have all the different flavors, man. And this is the way your mind thinks, man, is an example. We need the green peppers and all these other different kind of things in the salad, and you got to have that distinct flavor and stuff too. And so, but the problem is that you got so much in conflict with people uniting and using and being appreciative of their gifts and stuff like that, their knowledge and their spectrum to work within, so I really appreciate your presentation.
All right, man, I appreciate you too, man. I really do. But check this out. I want you to check this out. You tell me what you think after this. And Eric, I want some input on King James too, man.
All right, I'm here. I'll just wait my turn. I'm here. Man, good presentation.
You could have took all my time because he snuck one in on me, man. Anyway.
Can everybody hear? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, if you got something, if you want to speak on something, man, go ahead, man. Right now, yeah, go ahead, man. You
okay. Yeah, I heard a few different things. The CMEs that they were talking about, the coronal mass ejection. Yeah, that's serious, man, and they don't usually happen close enough to the Earth, but it can happen. That was.
Hold on, Eric. Everybody else mute the mic.
Satellites.
Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, the geomagnetic flare that they're talking about, that's real. But also government stuff. Hey man, I'm already knowing government don't kind of tip here. That's from its inception.
Hey, you kind of breaking up a little bit, Eric.
As aliens go, I don't have enough information on that to even comment on. What you say?
I said you kind of break it up a little bit. You gotta unmute yourself, King.
Eric, you got a chirp in your microphone.
All right, what about now?
That's better.
Yeah,
a little bit.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, that's better. It's still doing it a little bit, but I can hear you better.
A chirp, but I'm outside, so I'm on my deck, so probably get some birds chirping.
Yep, exactly.
You say it's Father's Day, baby. I'm cool, baby. I'm cool.
We ain't messing with them birds, man. Go ahead then.
All right. But anyway, yeah, that's as far as the aliens go. I don't got no real comment on that because I don't know much about that. I've not done too much research on it.
On the alien part?
Yeah, I have not done much research on that.
Yeah, me either, man.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that geometric.
Jay, me neither, man.
Me either, man. But I mean, hey, I'm learning though. I mean, this is it. This is spark. Make a guy go do some research. I mean, but
and I really wish y'all would. I really wish y'all would do the research on what I'm bringing up, man. And I see I'm gonna have to present every time I present on this category because I really want y'all to understand that this is something that has actually been going on for years. Germans started with it, and I bring this up every time. Germany had the first capture of a UFO, and they figured out the anti-gravity. They figured out the anti-gravity. And what happened?
Something that you refer me to?
Huh? Say it again.
I was wondering, is there any books or anything that I can be referred to?
No, he ain't gonna be able to refer you to no books.
Yes, I can. Yes, I
Well,
can. I can refer
okay.
you to. I can refer you to the German expedition to Alaska. I mean Antarctica. I can confirm it with the German experiment. With the it's I can't remember the name of, but it's a dome shaped type machine they had. And come to find out, it's supposed to be.
He said, hold on. He's saying, slow down.
No, I just want to give me the title of that book.
Give you a what?
I thought you said you had a title of the book. You say the German book. Is it a book or what is it?
It was the German. It's hold on, I can tell you now. I'm gonna tell you right now. It is.
Right.
Give me 1 second. I'll tell you right now. But yeah, it's whenever. Hold on 1 second. But yeah, it's a Germany when they at first had their. Okay, so one of the books is Nazi UFOs, and then you have the Hannibal, and what that was a German saucer, flying saucer, and it was supposed to have been a time machine too. And what happened with this time machine when they came and they went and captured Germany, it was activated. It disappeared. Okay, so then it'll tell you of a time period where it reappeared, and when it reappeared, they got it. It was people inside of it, and then all of a sudden that machine came up missing again. But what happened with the Germany war, if you look into it, the German war, when Germany was taken over and they were defeated, the United States went in and took, and this is, you can look this up too, they took 1,500, it was 12 to 1,500 scientists that were German scientists, and they gave them what you call in warfare, they gave them a pass and said, the only way y'all get a pass is if y'all come to the United States and y'all teach us this UFO technology that Hitler was into. Let me tell you something. Hitler was so into this. He was deeply into this UFO phenomenon. It was something that overwhelmed him. It compelled him to do this. He had an underground bunker where they did all these experiments. He's the one who came up with the methamphetamines to make his soldiers stand up longer. This dude was a mad scientist. Hitler was on to some crazy stuff. And when you look into it, just look into Hitler and UFOs, Hitler and the Hannibal, this machine that he had created that worked. There's documentation of this machine floating outside of a German base that the United States took pictures of, that they knew about. This technology has been going on for decades, man. I mean, the CERN place overseas that is so many miles long underneath there. They made basically a time hole, what do you want to call it? A wormhole, a gateway. That's what the CERN is. It takes a particle and it shoots it so fast that it breaks it all the way down into the smallest particle. And they have captured what they want to call the God particle. This is what they were looking for. The particle that makes up all the particles. And what they found out, that even on top of the God particle, when we talk about everlasting life, when we talk about reincarnation, even on top of that particle that they found, the last particle, there is a particle on top of that, and a particle on top of that. You know, so even with particles, it's an infinite on top of effect. It is a never-ending effect until you go all the way down to, like it said in sacred geometric teachings, you start with a point, a single point. And that's what they figured out with the CERN laboratory. But even
so what you say, so what they're saying is there's no such thing as nothing.
There's no such thing as nothing. There's no such thing as nothing.
What was the name of that book? What was the name of that book you was looking for? You was just looking up the name of a book.
Yeah, it was called the Nazi Germany UFO, and also the Hanna bomb. It's called the Hanna bomb, something like that. It's the machine that they had built. It's supposed to have been a time machine. Like I'm telling you, and it disappeared when the United States went in to get it. It disappeared. The whole building collapsed. The machine was not ever found. And then all of a sudden, something happened to where it reappeared in the middle of the ocean. The government, our government, found it, swooped it up, and they've never talked of it again. And again, that goes into the quantum leap theory. I know we've seen Quantum Leap. I know we've all seen that show, Quantum Leap. It's like that. It's just like with Quantum Leap. Physics in that area is so in depth and so sci-fi that they have a term when it gets to the point of beyond understanding. They call it JFM, just fucking magic. That's the term that they have for it, just fucking magic. And that's how extreme that this knowing knowledge into what we talk about genes and DNA and all of that. Like, let me explain something to you, and I'll say this. Our DNA that the government does not want us to know about is completely different from any DNA on this map, on this planet. The black man's DNA is not the same as regular DNA. These white people come from a strand that is caveman, that is not knowing shit. In a cave, running around talking about some ooh, 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 ooh. What I'm trying to get my black people to understand that we are those gods, that we have transcended to this planet. We are not from this planet. We brought knowledge and understanding, and we have thought. I just looked up on thought, T-H-O, was it T-H-O-T-H, Thoth? He was a god himself from Atlantis that was not from this planet. He was not. His people were not from here. Neither are black man people.
That's the same. They got thoughts from Tahuti.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Wherever
right, that's Tahuti, right?
Right. But wherever these individuals came from, they did not come from this planet here. Because let me tell you why. Our people were of knowledge and wisdom and trying to figure out the universe. We didn't give a damn about none of this food. We didn't give a damn about none of these riches. We didn't give a damn about none of that. We were agriculturists. We were builders. We were star astrologers. We were medicine men. We were knowledge seekers. That's all we did. That's why my body, and I compel myself as far as I go in this rabbit hole, because that's what my ancestors were all about. We were not about war. We were not about conquering. We were about spreading the knowledge that we even obtain ourselves. And that's what I want my black people to understand, that what we're into, what we're talking about is so belittling to what we are and who we are.
See, last week, I like this, because last week, hey, you was talking about somebody else. Somebody else had built the pyramids, and somebody else gave them the knowledge. Remember that? And so now I see now, you kind of switched that up a little bit.
I switched it up to a point of only saying that those.
Don't backtrack.
I'm not.
I know I'm messing with you.
I switched it up only to the point to where it is irrelevant to understanding, because I still want you to understand that those gods that we speak of, those gods that you give me an example of, those intelligent individuals, those deities, whatever we want to call them, those are our people. Those are our people. It wasn't given to us. We accepted it from our ancestors. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. When this ship does fall, when whatever planet does come, when this whole world does go into an enlightenment of greater enlightenment, it will come to pass that our people were not from this planet, that we were not of this soil, that we came here to seek knowledge, to get the resources that were here, the abundance of resources, that we went to Africa first because that's where they were, all of the resources. I believe that's why we started in Africa. You know, our people started there because of all of the resources. You got diamonds, you got the emerald, you got uranium, you got all type quartz, topaz, you got gold, you got abundance of things that traveling spaceships or to block out the rays from the sun, radiation from the galaxy, all the things that combine to protect, to make a ship, to make to move things, to build such a structure as the pyramids to last the ends of time. When we all gone and are dead, those pyramids will still be standing, dog. And that's something that is just unsurpassed.
So you still saying that what we study is we studying keeping ourselves right here, right? And what you're saying is, even though we deal with the cosmos and stuff like that, you're still saying that the builders of the pyramids and the founders of the civilizations, early dynastic civilizations, still came from where you talking about.
Yes, sir. We did not
Yeah,
start this planet.
I just wanted to get that
planet.
straight. I just wanted
Yes,
to get
sir.
that straight.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
I
you
believe
still
those
ain't,
stories of us.
so you still ain't giving,
and
you still ain't giving the credit to them black people. But
I
black
am.
people
But
never
I am. But that's where you're wrong. I'm giving the credit to
I'm
them.
just
I'm giving
asking.
the
I
credit.
ain't wrong. I was asking a question. I'll let you know when I'm wrong.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My apologies.
No. I was just trying to, fill out, make sure I know that where you're at, and so.
Yeah, like Jamie, when you play that video for me, I want you to play this video, and then you'll really grasp what I'm trying to say.
You don't think I know what you don't think I got it?
I knew you was gonna say that. That's why I said
need help.
No,
I need help though. I need help. There ain't no joke about it. I don't grasp it. I just get a little tidbit here and there, man. So no, big ups to you, man.
All right. Check this out. Tell me what you think about this.
Advanced AI technology, Optimus can walk, see, hear, speak, and perform manual tasks. Elon Musk envisions a future where robots like Optimus can take over the world's mundane tasks.
Can you blow it up, Jamie? That's the best you got?
Creative and intellectual pursuits. Optimus is set to be sold for $20,000.
It's the way you sent it, King.
Much more affordable.
Okay.
The way you sent it, it won't allow me to.
All right, can you just restart it again for me?
Let me see if it'll let me. Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
What if you go up to the top and
This is the new Tesla humanoid bot Optimus. With advanced AI technology, Optimus can walk, see, hear, speak, and perform manual tasks. Elon Musk envisions a future where robots like Optimus can take over the world's mundane tasks, freeing up humans to focus on creative and intellectual pursuits. Optimus is set to be sold for $20,000, making it much more affordable than other robots on the market. Some experts remain skeptical, but Musk is confident in his aggressive timeline for mass production, aiming to have the robot ready for sale in just 3 to 5 years. Welcome to the future of robotics with Optimus from Tesla. This is the new Tesla humanoid bot Optimus. With advanced AI technology, Optimus can walk, see, hear, speak, and perform manual tasks.
All right, that's it.
Musk envisions a future where robots like Optimus can take over the world.
So with that right there, they getting ready to put some mass productivity. Now they had iRobot out there letting us know about all this coming. And now Tesla has come up with a robot. They got a TikTok where this man sent this to a woman, and she outside talking about it, scared as hell. This thing come walking up on the sidewalk, turns and waves to her, and she's like, yeah, Tesla just sent me this robot. And you see her turn, and the robot stops and turns in front of her and then waves at it. She like waves like, hey. She's like, I'm really skeptical. I don't know what to think. Like, she freaked out by it because it can see you, it maneuvers, it has artificial intelligence, and they are talking about mass production of these things to be put into homes, and only gonna cost you 20 G's for you to have your own. AI robot.
Hey, and so I also seen, I think I put it up on Sankofa, where they got those skin clones, right? You just you get a, I can get a skin clone of Jamie and be Jamie, right? And that's crazy. So and then I seen I seen a lot of the robotic pieces like on videos and rap videos and stuff like that. And but yeah, that's gonna be tripping. Now that none of that surprises me though. None of that surprises me. But what's gonna be the intent? That's and
what I'm talking about.
And the backfire, man. And because even in all of our early years, they had movies on about these robots. Now they're just coming to pass, right? And they turn on them like a damn, like a Doberman pincher, right?
Why? Answer me that question. Why do they turn on us? Why does artificial intelligence turn on humans?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because that's the nature of these humans. So they just take it on the nature of the human that created them. That's all. They take it on that nature. And so what that nature does is it's going to automatically it's designed to turn on whoever for its own benefit.
Ain't that something that our human race has only given even an artificial intelligence to see that we are nothing but destructive, destroying, power-ridden, driven beings. And that's sad.
But that comes from your colonizer though. That's where that behavior comes from. It comes from your colonizer.
That one race DNA.
It comes from your colonizer because what happens is your colonizer comes from a life of having to kill and to eat, right?
Eat their own babies and all that.
Yeah, right. Eat your own kids and all this kind of shit, right? Eat your women. You know what I mean? But we come from, you go pick a fruit right off the tree, right outside. So it was plentiful. So we didn't have to kill to eat. You know what I mean? So they came from that kind of, so they had, so if you had something that they needed or wanted, they was hungry, they go over there and kill your clan or whatever the hell, whatever was going on. You know what I'm saying? They come from that kind of thing. But if you're in Africa, you don't have to do that because it's plentiful, right? So you come from a whole different, category of life, a whole different, dynamic of life. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you a question, Jay. And this is a question for you and why is it that, and this is where I'm coming at, why I say I'm not from this planet, my people ain't. Why is it that the continent of, I'm gonna say Kemet, because I don't like to call it Africa no more. The continent where Kemet and the Nubian kingdom and the Kush kingdom was. How is it that you have so many countries in this continent and so much resources, and they didn't come together as one Wakanda?
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you this. I can't answer that because I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you what I do know is I know that when they had the what was it, the Berlin Conference? Was that what it was? When they carved up Africa? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
So that was the so I know that happened, that they carved up Africa. So now before
who carved it up?
I think he's saying that even before the carving up of Africa, what was the problem that Africa had to be carved up? And how did they get in there to even have the power to carve it?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? You got to go back even further. these African nations were not nations that were always getting along as well either.
Right.
Even before the African nations had outside influence, they struggled like people struggle today with power and resources, and struggle with borders, and struggle with seeing the neighboring village got too many girls over there with big booties. And now what y'all gonna do? You gonna go at nighttime and steal you a few big booty girls and bring them back to your camp? No kind of foolishness. So I mean, you had some stuff going on. Although you call it one big continent, Kebulon, places like that, you can never say the whole continent was ever united, especially once numbers start growing and people start migrating to different parts of the area. But yeah, you got, man, I'm reading a couple books right now. One of them is The Iceman Inheritance by Mike Bradley. I think I showed that, but that's a very interesting one too to talk about. That Europeans' mind set and how climate affected by it. So I think what we have is like when you struggle for resources, when you see somebody close to you got resources that you're struggling for, it could affect your mind and make you think you must take theirs in order for you to sustain yourself, as opposed to creating some means of bartership or something like that, which a lot of people did. But in a lot of cases, like anything else, the older folks carry it all. The younger ones either decide they want to start doing something else or change their views on things, and climate changes. People migrate because of climate change, migrate because the resources are limited in your area. Y'all start getting a drought. Then whatever y'all want to do in your area, you might have to move, pack up, and go stay in the next neighboring village. Well, the next neighboring village may not be doing religion like you always do religion. So, hell, if you're going to stay there and get that water and that bread with them, you have to abide by their rules, abide by their customs. So that's how things get to change and stuff like that. But breakdowns happen through quarreling and through mistrust and through, people are not righteous, not doing acting righteous. You start getting groups of folks decide that they want more than the next people. And that's where you start getting outside of seeing this and say, oh, y'all fight? Oh, okay, I know what to do. Let me go on their side, help them out, and we gonna share whatever y'all fighting. So it was easy for outsider to come in and see some quarreling going on and get on one side of the other, and posse partner up and posse up against the other people and make them other folks the enemies. And that's how. So that's pretty much my theory on it.
Okay,
so yeah, that makes sense.
Hold on. Let me just say something. Let me say one thing real quick. Hey, Eric, you might want to give Polly and them a cracker.
Say it again. Them birds, huh?
I said you might want to give Polly and them a cracker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm in nature for sure, brother.
That's pretty sweet though, man. That's pretty sweet.
I'm definitely in nature.
So my thing is this. So you don't think that the European influence had anything to do on that? Because I challenge, this is what I challenge. I challenge Sankofa to give me a reason and a word time period where this power, and that this is another reason why I say we transcended to this planet, because we must have left and let this other power come in to deteriorate this whole sanction of unity that the Kemet and the Nubians had in this glorious kingdom of Kush.
Go back and study the Hyksos. The Hyksos were the first ones that came out of Africa as invaders. Study the Hyksos, but also study what dynasty Egypt was in when they came in. Egypt was in its probably 32nd dynasty or something. So the dynasties had been come and gone. They had passed their golden age by the time there's an invader to come in. So that's what I'm saying. Study the Hyksos.
Right, but in that time period, King, it has to be something that transpired them to want to do that, to want to go into, just like when Shaka got.
I just said they wanted what they didn't have.
Resources.
I just said what was the reason. They wanted what they didn't have. Why do people steal other people's rims? They don't got none. They want them rims. They want their stereo systems. They want that flat screen TV. You know, so they wanted something that they thought they needed to steal in order to get, and they thought they couldn't do without. So they came and tried to.
So then that was the reasoning behind the destruction and the downfall of those.
Not at all, because I said before. No, because the downfall and destruction was going down. Like I said, Egypt was in its decline. By the time the Hyksos came in, Egypt was in its decline. That means you all had a lot of intermarrying going on, and people feeling differently about their religion because other folks coming in and mingling with this stuff. And, you know, people start dropping their guard, kind of like America. Everybody accepted everybody. It's kind of, you know, it's a free for all. So it was a perfect storm for a foreign power to come in and say, oh, no, we're going to come in and do some different stuff. We ain't going to push everybody out. We just going to come in and we're going to govern y'all. We're just going to come in and govern. That's all. We're going to bring in a new age. Yeah, that's what it was. And people say, okay, cool. You mean we're going to be able to do this? We're going to be able to do that? Oh, yeah. Oh, free food too? Oh, yeah. So a lot of things took place. And if you really look at economics, and you look at global economics, and you look at if you got resources and you got a group of people who need something, what do? People buy that need, people buy for that need. They'll be your fucking friends for life. And they'll teach their kids to be your servant. So, you know, and it surely wasn't just belief in a higher power that did this. No, it was political. It was political. We starve one side and say, hey, over here, you help me get to the other side. Y'all ain't got it. Y'all can eat with us. Shit. Yeah. What they gonna do? They're gonna help you fight. They're gonna fight harder than you. Get to the other side. So again, when we studied world history, we started to connect the dots. We started to see how a strong empires become, and then greed becomes part of the stronger empires. Family dynamics become an issue. Internal family quarreling becomes a problem. All those things, you know, lineage issues become a problem. Somebody can't have a baby boy. Somebody can't have a girl. That kind of stuff. Somebody want to have a wife from out of town. They want a wife with long wavy hair, mixed girl now. They want to bring in some into the circle. They're supposed to be strictly family, strictly bloodline. You know, so all that stuff.
I don't know. I think it goes more. My own belief is that it just seems more in depth than that. That I feel like there was this European effect on the world, because even before Americas, you had over here in America, you had the Indians, the indigenous people here, who had even a huge kingdom here. They all were. And that's a part of history they don't want to talk about either. There's a pyramid in Texas. There's a pyramid.
They talk about it all the time. That ain't hidden. That ain't hidden information. They talk about it. That's right there.
What I'm saying is,
they talk about it all the time.
Until the Europeans came. Yeah, but until the Europeans came and had that influence, just like they had on Shaka, just like they had on every other nation. They even had it to have the Japanese cut out the samurais if they wasn't going to get in the trade. People who didn't go with them was Haiti, Asia, India. Haiti was ones that who declined that. You know, I heard the Indians in India was fighting off colonialists. With lions, they had lions as fighting instruments. You know, Haiti revolted them to the point where that's why Haiti's the way it is now, because they would not allow them to colonize them. Am I correct?
Haiti was colonized, but Haiti was colonized by the French. Haiti had a lot of their folks. Haiti was definitely colonized. That's why their national language is French. Yeah, they were colonized like a motherfucker, but they was never removed from their homeland, which allowed them to stay unified and allowed them to know.
I'm talking about the European influence. What I'm saying is the European influence is what I'm saying. Is why London is why.
I don't know what you asked. You asked was the Europeans were the influence? I said the French influenced Haiti. What other influence are you talking about? They were colonized by the French.
From the influence of introduction to the guns to Africa, ammunition,
Haiti is in Africa. Haiti is not in Africa. Number one.
Okay, but I know that. I understand that, King James. I know Haiti ain't in Africa.
But Haiti themselves
when I say
were
the Europe, when I asked you, but when I asked you the European influence in Africa, you stated that it was due to Africans and this and that. I don't believe that. I believe that Africa was its own continent doing its own thing, and until the Europeans came in, that it influenced them more into a driven you got more than me society. Because Shaka Zulu reigned for I don't know how long. He made South Africa a one army place to live. You know what I'm saying? Like South Africa was Zulu nation. He conquered and put brothers on poles and this and that. He changed the warfare in Africa in a sense, because before Shaka, they just danced around, threw spears at one another. They didn't even
No. That's Hollywood. Shaka.
I'm Lorenzo, an alcoholic. I just like to share. Hey, so this is interesting.
I'm not fucking with this dude today. It's Father's Day. This is how we do on Sankofa's Father's Day, folks. I'm an alcoholic. My name is Prince.
hey, so you know what, Prince, man, I had similar questions right in the beginning. I remember telling Jamie, I wonder what was going down. And it must have been the hospitality, right? And the white influence. And as I dug deeper, man, I found more and more of what Eric is explaining about. But it took me digging because, and I didn't have to dig too deep. I just had to research something. But if I didn't research, I did research, so I can only speculate. If I didn't research, then I would probably stay stuck in that frame of mind of, no, I still think it was the influence of the colonizers, right?
Right.
But that's not, you can't diminish that at all, right? But I found more of what Eric was explaining to you, by looking at the dynastic periods and stuff like that. That's why I was really fortunate that Jamie walked me through the dynastic periods, that Egyptian kings list and stuff. And then that just sent me on a search for more and more and more. But I just kept finding more and more the interior breakdown by doing what Eric was talking about. They go to different groups, and because they had to migrate some and learn their stuff, and then they might branch off, but then they find out that that group that they went to needs some help. So now they learn their language a little bit, learn a little bit how they work out and stuff, and then it bounce back and forth and stuff like that. But in between, there's still hunger. There's still some, got to be some, but the land was plentiful, so you didn't really have to kill for that, but they were still killing for power and stuff like that. And then the influence of the white man, that just fucked the whole game up, right? And so when I went back further and kept studying on things that Jamie was pointing out to me, and then I found some stuff that it all started to resonate more and give me more to think on, except outside of what I know to think on. And then it added more to that, and that, dude, it's so dynamic, man. It just blows my mind, dude. I was studying. I was in some deep studies. Everywhere I'm moving around and doing a lot of shit, I got shit on, man. Shit on it. So, that's just my experience, man. To compliment what you were talking about, and then Jamie and Eric was sharing too, because that's what I learned. Because I had those same things. It must have been hospitality. And what was they studying before? Well, I was told in the beginning that these are the records that we have, right? Can't go back to the record that there's no record of, right? But there's the speculation and writings about stuff. So anyways, man, it's just like I said, man, it it just brought more of what these gentlemen were explaining, you know, what Jamie and James was, Eric was explaining. So there's my little shit, man. You didn't pay no attention to me.
I heard everything you said.
Don't you start with that. You did it on purpose, man. You did that on purpose.
I heard everything you said, and you're absolutely right. But like you said with the part, yeah, come here. You do that and come here. With the
I know you was paying attention, man.
Yeah. Jamie, why don't you ever help me out with him?
Hey, you got to learn how to swim on your own.
I don't like this swimming hole here, man. This swimming hole got too many damn big ass bass in it, man.
You know, but a lot of, like Eric said though, a lot of it happened, man. Like Kemet, a lot of the country, like Kemet fell from within a lot of times too, man. You know what I mean? And you know, and yeah, I mean, and just like he said, when intruders come in, man, they come in because they out of resources. You know, they need what you got.
And I tell you I tell you those robots, man, they ain't gonna give a damn what colonized us, man. They just going on the behaviors and shit like that. They got all that intel too, I imagine. But they looking at wherever they started gathering their intel from, man. You know, for them AI units and stuff, man. Everybody's acting that way now. So, you know, everybody's doing that shit. So they ain't really focusing on. But can't you get them first? Can't you turn on them first? They started it. No, there don't be none of that. Remember being a little kid? Hey, but he started it.
Yeah,
exactly. I just really want to know where we're going as a country, as a people. You know, that's the part that's got me.
You better figure out where you going and which way you gonna do, because that's what you better figure that out. Because the country. You know, you know, we on our own, King. Yeah, you know that. I don't know what makes you think that we included with these people. We ain't included. We on our own. We always been on our own, King.
Hey, Brooks is doing some new shit, man. So
government ain't gonna include us in nothing, King. They never have, man. You know what I'm saying? So you know we.
So you know it kind of looks like.
Hey, are you gonna come here?
It kind of looks like be good to your neighbor, all that good stuff. Live well, you know, live my and all that kind of stuff. But you better take care of your shit, right? And depend less on other outside influences, except for nature and the principles, you know, and raise our people up, man. Raise our people up.
Hey, you talking about somebody gonna save you? No, bro, you got to save yourself. This is one of them things you're gonna have to save yourself, because I'm gonna tell you something. Tell y'all something. For all these people, got all these little special relationships, you know, and you know that he talks to you, and you can talk to him, and he gives you information. Yeah, you need to get in touch with him right now, today, right? Dial him up, however y'all connect. But now you gonna be able to see firsthand if he gonna deliver on what you gonna need in the next year or two.
So then, Jamie, where we go? Do we get us look, man? Do we get us a plan going? Do we meet in Arizona?
We supposed to be had a plan going, King. Listen, man.
I'm just saying, we sit up here and we discuss this, and we talk about these real life situations, and this is serious. So where's the plan coming in?
So the plan is, go ahead, King.
I'm meeting at Unc's house. I'm going to Unc's house.
Yeah, okay, that's safe. That's safe. You know, but you know what? Me and Jamie was talking before while you was going to the store and stuff. It might have been before that, but you know, Jamie has got some nice pieces, man. You know, for survival and building up on, you know, hunkering down. You know, hunkering down if you need to, right? And so I still think, and then me seeing that firsthand, visual of me and Carrie's friends that built that place in that mountain, man. You know, but that takes a lot of cash, man. You gotta have, from what I understand, you gotta have a lot of cash to do that. And you know, plenty of people just don't got that, man. So you know, and so your question is, what do that group of people do, right? What does that group of people do? You know, when they can't afford, you know.
I was thinking about that steel bunker. You know, we could get those steel, you know, I came up with that. You know, you dig so far in your yard, if you got property, you dig so far down, you concrete seal it to a certain extent to where it's thick. You pour that in there. And I understand what you're saying.
It's a lot of money.
Well, I don't know. I think if we was to come together, it wouldn't be as much of a money issue on slicing that in half, like using the resources we have. If we could do it, get the, you know, the configurations to what we need to build it, and then come up with those resources to do that, I truly believe that would be something that should be looked in. And I know that sounds crazy, man, but I'm telling you, for the kids, for our families, man, I truly believe this is a time where it's going to come to a point where it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to call it, man.
Well, that takes resources, man, and it takes money. It takes resources, and it takes
we just all
unity, right? And so you look at you know, and our people are already, you know, talking big about that. Buy black owned, you know, plant your vegetables, you know, support the communities, build each other up and stuff. Like they're already talking it and doing it, man. But the thing is that too many people. You can't even wake them all fuck up to that Bible is fake, right? The Bible is plagiarized. You can't even wake them up to that give them the proof of that Savior, which has imprisoned that mind to think and act and unify that you're talking about. What do we do? It's imprison that, right? And so ain't nobody fucking going to heaven, man. You know, and everybody doing all this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think hard before I say this shit, man. I'm cool with it nowadays. And that's a serious thing, man. So you talk about people getting together, man, and then you're talking about potentially actually experiencing the answer to the question that you have. Where did this start? I think it started here with the white people. We have the potential to actually experience the same thing that took place, which was explained during the dynastic period. To your question, if we were to unify as a whole worldwide, right? Everybody wants power, man, because that's what we're conditioned to. That's where the AIs get their information, right? That's their memory bank, right? And so it's going to be confusion. It's going to be somebody's got to be in charge, got to take over, and all that kind of stuff, right? And so it's going to be a lot to work through, even if we do unite, you know, to get things, man, because too many people are still indoctrinated in attitude and behavior, right? And they will only let their mind receive the data to support their identity of what they know and the influence that they have from other people on other people, and how much dependence on that information is, man. And you acquire those type of things, man. Then you got to switch lanes, and then you lose status again, right? So it's too much status, man, for unity, right? Mm-hmm. So that's my take on what you're talking about, man. So it goes back to if you ain't the God, which I mean, it's plain to see that you doing all the fucking work, right? I'm asking God, and my days is like, man, why the fuck I don't do some praying for when I can be doing some action or chilling to make more plans, at least, right? Instead of calling out to this motherfucker, man. At least that dude, right? At least that dude. and trying to build, unifying what's been broken. You know, that's gonna take a lot of work, but we're in motion, man, and that's the beautiful thing about it.
That's right. That's right.
And then you got your alien boys, man. See, you snuck that in on me, man. You snuck that in on me. You warmed me up with what you was really passionate about earlier in the week, man. You had my mouth hanging all open and shit. I said, okay, I'm ready. And then you hit me with the boot wire.
Yeah. I want you to be ready.
You wanted me to be ready.
Hey, but
that boy good with it. That boy good with it. But I appreciate it. I wanted
to knock you off a little bit. You was knocked off. That's what I like about it.
That's why I got to hear this nigga go.
Go ahead, Eric.
What's that, brother?
You wanted to go ahead and say, speak on that?
Oh no, on what? Which one? Well, speak on what? Oh, the aliens.
Yeah, no.
Man, it's Father's Day. I told y'all he outside leaning back, sipping on a Bacardi, bro, chilling like a mug. So what you want to speak on? The aliens? Yeah, I'll speak on them. What we talking about?
Did I share?
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I mean, just what he just said.
Well, yeah, I didn't. I heard him, but I didn't understand it, man, and I didn't believe it. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe he was talking about he was somewhere else and he was representing. I didn't believe it at all. But that's because I don't know much about it. That's all. Not because I don't think it could happen, but I didn't believe it.
So Eric, you don't believe in that possibility at all that there are different beings here living on Earth. You don't believe that at all.
I believe that, but I wouldn't believe they would be looking like us. Anytime
you're talking about it.
Let me explain
you put
why.
Two words together. You put two words together. Belief and possibility. Like
man,
that,
look at Dennis Rodman, man. If that nigga ain't no alien, man, I don't know what is.
That nigga put together belief and possibility.
Stop, all right.
Think about that for a minute, man.
Stop. Let me start it off good. So what? It's gone. You made your point.
Eric, forgive me for breaking in there like that, man.
No, ain't no sweat, bro. Nah, it ain't no trip. But that's all I got. But believing in something like that, no, not without proof. I won't, and I don't have to. It don't do nothing for me.
That's what's up. I mean, it wouldn't do nothing for you now.
Hey, I wish I could see Eric. I wish I could see Eric's face when he said that.
It wouldn't do nothing for him now, but if it was, like I said, if that was to happen, it'd do something for you, all right? It'll do something for you. When the truth finally come out, when these military and our government, which has already opened up a space force military for space, a space force.
He can't hold his laugh.
Yeah, like I said, okay, so you laughing, but they already have it.
Listen, let me just say something real quick. This is what I'm laughing at. Because I wish I could have seen Eric's face when he said it. And I don't have to.
No, I'm just saying, I don't. It's novelty. It's novelty for me for that.
That niggas crack me, all y'all boys, man. Hey, Carrie, you got something you want? Oh, yeah, let me take the phone in there to her. Hold on. Y'all niggas crack me up, man. Oh, excuse me, we live. Y'all kings crack me up. She said, leave me alone again. Oh, shit. Where you go, Prince? The presenter left the room.
No, I didn't believe that at all. Not one bit.
What you don't believe, Eric?
No.
Huh? Eric, what you don't believe?
The dude that said he was an alien.
Oh yeah.
The one that was glitchy.
from
Yeah, I
another
don't know.
planet or somewhere.
Yeah. You know, you gotta watch them guys, man. You got some cats and some real nutcases out here, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
And
be
that's
standing that close talking to them type of cats either, man.
But I'm
I
gonna tell
run
you what
into a few.
I'm gonna tell you what the only thing that you can do is get your motherfucking you better get you some strap up, get you some motherfucking ammo, and you know, and look for some survival kits.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of more stuff to be focusing on and learning about some resources and where they at and how to maintain them here on this planet. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
just
I
my
don't know,
take on
man.
it.
I mean, my thing is this, man. We would never know what I mean. I don't know. Now, I ain't talking about no damn uh aliens and nothing like that. I'm talking about this brick stuff. I mean, if y'all are y'all familiar with that? You familiar with the bricks?
Yeah, I'm
Didn't
familiar
we
with
talk
them,
about
brother.
this last week? You said this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, so I'm saying as far as that's concerned, I mean, you know, if they mash the buttons, ain't nobody gonna win, right? But if it comes to anything besides that, you know, all I can tell you is get your get you know get you know get your protection right, man, and get you enough ammo to where you can you can sustain yourself for a while.
Yeah.
You
Can
know,
you do me a favor and play that clip for me, man?
which one?
It's 5 minutes. The one I just sent you. I want y'all to check it out. Where Unc go?
Okay. Space
Where
Force
Unc go?
inside America. Okay, I got you.
Where Unc go?
Oh, he coming back. I think he went to go see Miss Carrie.
Yeah, I want to play this for Mr. King James, Eric. King Eric.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I want him to see this.
All right, so hold on. Boom.
Just so he can grasp a little bit on what I'm talking about. What's the purpose of it if it ain't what it is? But, you know.
All right, hold on. Let me wait for Unc real quick.
Yeah. But yeah, this right here is like they just got this going, and you know, it's a huge thing. What's it called? Jetstream, I believe, or Space Jet or Jet Space. One of these facilities here in the United States is making spaceships, massive production of them. They have a whole lot of facilities in the United States that are made to look like it's mom and pop place. I think I'll do a presentation on that the next time I do my presentation. I'm gonna do it on that, on the spaceships, and even how 85% of the UFO sightings that we see, that people see, are our own military crafts. They've got documentary papers, unsealed papers of submarines that are capable of.
So the Space Force is about what, going into space?
Yes, sir. It's the military. It's the military for space. It's not the
military for space.
Yes, sir. It's a military for space.
Right. Okay, so Space Force, America just created one, and China been doing theirs for how long?
Yeah, they just stay. Yep, you're right. You're right.
They sure have. But who had the first?
Up,
who had the first space station up there? Did China have it, or did the United States? So it really don't matter.
I want to say between. I don't know, man, because I think double check that, because you know Russia was on their shit too.
Russia was with Sputnik. With Sputnik.
Check that
but when
out.
I say space station, I mean space station.
I can Google that, bro. I can Google that the first space station. I don't know.
and they have now one.
I don't know for sure.
The one they have now that's up there is the United Nations one. You have all individuals from everywhere who are up there on this big, huge ass space station that they don't talk about, that they ain't show no pictures of, that they have not shown any pictures of our space station, how big it's
Russia was the first one. I think
to build the space station.
Yeah, Russia was the first. So the space war been going on since the 70s.
Right. Well, it's been going on longer than that. It's been going on longer than that. Yeah, it's been going on way longer than that. Like I say, they say the first UFO landing, one that crashed was in the 40s. I think 1930 something. And then from there on, they had an interest in it. Our government, our United States had an interest in it.
No. When I was saying the wars between the major countries in the world,
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
That was around the Cold War period. Yeah, that's when they started competing each other about who will have some, putting satellites and stuff like that in space. That was in the 70s, not the first connection to outer space.
Right. But even the connection with John F. Kennedy and UFO intelligence, and also linked with that because of him asking for the UFO information and they would not give it to him. He then decided to step into the realm of these secret societies, and he wanted to debunk these secret societies. John F. Kennedy did not. Yes, sir. John. Now look into that. Look into that. John F. Kennedy did not die for his civil rights opinion. He died because he was about to expose and destroy the secret societies in this country. And that's why they killed that man. It had nothing to do at all with the civil rights movement. That's the biggest fucking lie our government told. The biggest lie. That right there, John F. Kennedy spoke on it. He wanted to have the papers of the UFO incidents. He wanted all of them. They told him he could not have it. He again asked for it. That's when he brought up the fact of these secret societies and how they have these powers over the United States of American president. And he said that they did not give him the all 12 of the 12 majestic 12. He wanted those 12. He wanted to know who they were. He wanted the documentation on them. He wanted to have all that information. They would not give it to him. That was a secret society, and he spoke on that. And he said that he wanted to have it on his desk at this certain time, and that's when he made that trip to Dallas, and that's when he got killed. And that's the biggest lie they told, that it was linked with the civil rights movement. Had nothing to do with that at all. That was going to happen.
That's why it's always good, man, having references. So this information can be researched and discussed. It's very good to have references.
You have the
did
guy
you,
who
did you hear what he was saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So both of us, it's going to be good and interesting when we start bringing up sites and stuff like that. Citing our points that we're going to make. I didn't say anything about it because I don't. I look up sites and stuff.
This
like
is
that.
all facts. Like I said, you can just type these things in and it'll bring these stories up. Ronald Reagan was good. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Richard Nixon was good friends with the guy who did honeymoons. And that was his best friend. And so Richard Nixon, when he became president, they gave him the UFO information. They let him go down to Area 51. They did some things with this president that they had never done with any president. And he went and told the guy who did honeymoons, the fat dude. The fat dude he took him down there to see it. He got to see an alien for himself. And when that dude died, his wife exposed that whole story, that whole scenario, that before he died, he told his wife that same story. And let me tell you something, after after Nixon did that, that's when they had those laws on not to, what's it called? The new law, need to know basis. That's when that came out. And then they said, to hell with that. We're not going to tell the presidents only so much about what we know. And they have it like that. Our United States government, military runs us in a sense. They get their word from these bankers. These bankers get their word, and that's just it. The 12 Majestics, and then they pass it down to our news people, everything that we look at on the news, it's all just some CIA. This is what y'all need to be knowing. This is what we're gonna talk about type shit. I mean, it's huge. Like I say, I speak so highly on it because I've dug in so deep in it and spoke on it so much on how the voting system, how our Democrats and Republicans, how that whole thing came about, who was actually running the government, how that is just a bunch of bullshit, amateur, see straight through it, theater arts type shit, straight up. That's some, look, these presidents who become presidents, they are briefed in a room with the Majestic 12. They are taken down to that little bohemian spot. They are schooled, they are prepped for years before they even decide that they're gonna make this person be president. When they have these elections and whatnot, oh, it looks like it's just the most exciting shit in the world. Man, these people know before they even go in there who's gonna be that president. They know. It's not no democracy. We do not live in that shit. That shit was taken away from us for years ago. We live in a make-believe, matrix-ass system that's built around brain fucking you, propaganda, and keeping you to the point where you ain't gonna think for yourself. These telephones and our devices that we have in our homes, these hey Siri, hey whatever they are listening devices. We live in a world of I'm a spy on you, know where you at all times. When you put these apps on your phone, they ask permission for your location. This is all this shit I'm bringing to y'all with this alien mixed into it, and all the rest of it is because it's all linked in. This shit's been going on for thousands of years. I promise you. Yeah, I promise you. It's not a coincidence that these guys paint these pictures and got aliens in the corner. You know, D'Angelo, Michelangelo, all these Picasso, all these paintings on these walls, and they are depicting spaceships in them. That's not a coincidence. That's just not them. Oh, I'm gonna draw a spaceship right here. They're just not doing that. And this is in our history. You want to talk about history? These UFOs, these aliens, these beings have been in existence and in our history. When we talk about Kemet, when we talk about Jesus, when we talk about any of the things that we talk about, even in the Bible, it states that they pointed to a silver-lined cloud that Moses pointed to, and that cloud followed them.
So where in Kemet's information, Kemet history, do they talk about aliens?
Whoa, I didn't say they talk about no aliens. I said that
you said you can find it in Kemet. You can find it in Kemet.
Well, what I'm saying, yes, sir. From
where?
On the hieroglyphics.
Specifically, where?
On the hieroglyphics and what's it called? Pata. I can't think of it, but it's in Africa as well. It's a whole structure of these built, made of some type of metal. That this metal came from. The stone came from miles and miles away. Have no idea how it came there. Montetuma, that whole construction, how they lined up perfectly. I'm talking about you couldn't stick a knife in there to get these bricks and these blocks and the way that they carve these the design into it, these curves and whatnot, these straight squares, and how they line up on each other on top. And these are huge megalithic stone structured blocks that they have stacked up on top of one another, that they have configured to fit. I mean, simultaneously, right next to. I'm talking about architects masonry that you cannot do to this day. You couldn't do it today if you tried. And that's what I'm talking about. And then the destruction of it. There's another one over there that this whole plantation was built on this water structure. And even in Montetuma, the magnetism is on these stones. They have magnetic qualities to them. Like it messes up the compass and the whole nine. The dude takes the compass, it'll mess it up. So that means they had been magnetized at some point. That they had magnetism to them. They were being able to be, because they're not magnets. but the way that it moves, and even that soil in that spot as well, the same thing. Like there's places on this planet that they have energy, unbelievable sources of energy. If you stand there, if you're in that spot, magnetic energies, all types of different energies.
Yes, they're called ley lines. They're all across the planet. That's correct.
There you go. You call them landlines. I call them miracle spots.
Ley lines.
I call them right. But that's what they want us to call them. But they make the words. They make the laws. They decide what we think. And outside of that box, those are sources of power and energy that our bodies are made of, that we gain energy from. That's what they don't want us to know. We think on a level of 3D, but our qualities of what we are made of is surpassed that unbelievably. We are able to be telepathic if we use our whole brain. We're able to lift things, to bend things, to levitate, to do things unimaginable our human being bodies are capable of doing. God made this structure in a way that it is unreal. From dreams that I have, from dreams that people have, from feeling like this is karma. I mean, not karma, but deja vu. So many things, so many things. I know it's times where a person sit there and they'll be like, man, I feel like this was about to happen. This was going to happen. Why is that? Why is that feeling? And so we stop ourselves at taking our minds that are unchained. Our brains are unchained, but we don't even know that. Meditation is the key. The right foods that we put in our body is the key. All these things that our ancestors lived on that we forgot about, that we do not do. We get up and go to work. We get up and do everything that white man told us to do. We are dying to get money to go to a grave and pay our last debt to our government to bury our black asses. Because that's not the way of our ancestors. We were gatherers, we were travelers, we were knowledge seekers. We were not these stop and build a society and make a bunch of goddamn money and get jobs and go to college. And we was not on none of that. None of that. We lived off the land, we watched nature, we were of that. And we watched the stars. We learned all of that knowledge from nature and the stars. How do you do that? Because you channel your energy. You channel who you really truly are. We were not made to drive these cars. We were not made to do none of it. We were made to transcend to a higher level than that. We are beneath all of this shit that we go through. The stressing, the money, the buildings, the cars, the need gas, the need coal, to need electricity to live. That's bullshit. We do not need none of that stuff to live. We could live off the land. We could trade amongst each other. This money, these clothes, this material shit is for fighting, for anger, to bring death. And once we elevate past that, then enlightenment shall come to all of us, and we will be presented to by a being that is higher than what we ever thought we were capable of seeing. Our brains are so stuck on stupid. We live in an idiotic society where we have transgender being cool. That I should be able, if that's the case, I should be able to go marry me a goat, a rabbit, whatever. If you can cut your penis off and make it a vagina, then I should be able to go do whatever the hell I want, and it don't seem weird. That's the world we live in now. That's the society we live in. That is what they have taken us to have a whole month of gay men and women prancing around with children, dancing and colliding. This is the right thing. God did not make the body to regenerate or to bring life into it if that was the case. That is a sexual thing. That's all that shit is. Make believe I'm living in fantasy world, and this is the best way for me to escape it, is to live like this and to make my own rules according to what I'm trying to make the whole world believe in. Bullshit. You can't even force me for that. You can't even force me for that. We have lost structure. We have lost the village raised the children. We have given up on everything because we allowed our government to come in and tell us what the fuck to do.
Teach.
And that's all I gotta say about that. And I apologize.
Oh man, you want me to play this video?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Oh yeah, I was saying, I don't know why you got to apologize, and I doubt that's all you got to say about that.
But check this out. Check this out.
All right.
In January 2020, John W. Raymond was sworn in as the leader of the newly created U.S. Space Force.
Now we have a command with a singular focus on space superiority.
It is the military's first new uniformed service in 72 years.
So everybody, this is Bill and his team from Time Magazine.
Over the last 2 years, the Space Force has become tied up with President Trump's political prospects.
Space Force.
A main challenge confronted by the Pentagon is convincing the American public that the Space Force is not an unnecessary vanity project for the president, but rather an idea that has been under consideration for decades. Buckley Air Force Base in Colorado supports air and space operations around the globe. Since its inception in 1947, the U.S. Air Force has created subdivisions to oversee space defense needs. Space Force will be the latest step in this evolution.
Zach Crew Chief, what's your status?
Many of these service members are likely to form the core of this new branch.
Loading in Threat Zone Romeo. Intel check sources.
There's pretty much nothing that we do as citizens of this world that isn't tied to space.
The United States has spent the past half-century placing satellites into space that now provide the backbone for our daily lives.
First television broadcast via satellite.
The US Air Force operates the Global Positioning System, GPS. Our hospitals, banks, streetlights, and gas pumps all rely on satellite timings to operate.
Still got 145-mile-an-hour winds.
As do American naval ships, missile warning systems, armed drones, and smart bombs.
I don't think the American public sufficiently understands the importance of space. More people probably listen to Stephen Colbert every night. A lot are wondering, when are we going to have, spacecraft transiting here and there, almost a Star Trek version.
Space Force.
The comedians are having a field day with this. It becomes a laughingstock program, and yet this is deadly serious business.
When I came into the space business, I was trained to operate in a peaceful, benign environment. There was no threat, and that requires a different skill set. It requires developing space operators that have a better understanding of joint warfighting, but it also requires us to develop joint warfighters that have a better understanding of space. There's a treaty, people always refer to it, the Outer Space Treaty back in the 60s, and really what that treaty says is you can't have a nuclear weapon in space. Short of that, it's the Wild, Wild West.
Bob Hall is a former satellite operator and the technical director of a private company monitoring satellite behaviors.
For a long time, people have viewed this as a space is big outlook on things, meaning the volume of space is so large and the density of objects so small that the chances of hitting something are too small to worry about. That's changing dramatically over the last decade.
Since the launch of the first satellite into space in 1957, almost 9,000 satellites from 40 different countries have been launched into orbit.
Today, we have roughly 2,500, 2,600 active satellites flying around the Earth. On the drawing boards are something like 57,000.
Resiliency has become increasingly the name of the game to make sure that our satellites are resilient against cyber attacks, the possibility of jamming, so that we have better detection should there be a weapon that would be coming toward a satellite so that we can maneuver out of the way.
We're seeing a lot more activity by foreign countries as they advance the state of the art and they develop new technologies.
The UN now recognizes 90 spacefaring nations.
There's that flower again.
Primarily led by the US, Russia, and China, are developing technologies that could enable them to interfere with and destroy satellites in a crisis. In November 2019, US intelligence analysts noticed something peculiar after Russia launched a spacecraft into orbit. Bafflingly, it released a second satellite. By mid-January 2020, the Russian satellites had sidled next to a multi-billion-dollar US spy satellite known as the KH-11, one of the US military's most powerful spy tools. Although the Russian satellites pulled away after the US expressed concerns to Russia through diplomatic channels, Time has learned of an alarming development. In a conversation with Time, General Raymond confirmed that on July 15th, the berthed Russian satellite, Cosmos 2543, fired a projectile into outer space. It is the first time the US has accused another nation of a space-based anti-satellite weapons test. Currently, about 16,000 Air Force personnel work under Space Command. Many, if not all, will ultimately become the first members of the Space Force. The Space Force budget for 2021 is $15.4 billion, with a projected increase of $2.6 billion over the next 5 years.
When I was Secretary of the Air Force, space was a critically important domain for us and for the Joint Force. Is the reorganization the best solution? I concluded the answer to that was no, because inherent in all reorganization is bureaucratic thrashing. To me, this is just an extra thing out there that's going to take away time and attention and money.
Expectation will be it'll take some time. It won't be on like one day they all transfer over. We'll do this in tranches, but I would expect by the fall we'll have a good handle on who will come over, and that we'll be well on our way of making that transfer.
Building out a new military service is a huge task. President Trump has expressed a keen interest to be involved in decisions about uniforms and logos. But aside from the pomp and pageantry, politicization, and bureaucracy, monitoring space and defending satellites is more vital than ever.
Still big dog. Yeah, so on that note, just on that right there, man, what you thinking, man? Because that right there was just, that's mind-blowing right there, you ask me, man. See how much money they putting into that? And you see what they talking about, how many satellites is up there watching us, bro? 90, yeah. Man, that's crazy, man. And people think that they just like living their own life. Like you go into Walmart, you get face scanned. Did you know that, man? And every time you walk into any Walmart, you getting face scanned.
Yeah, no doubt.
I can believe that. I can believe that, man. I mean, listen, man. Listen. What was that movie with Will Smith in it?
Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State, King. Come
Man.
on, man. How many years ago was that? How many years ago was that?
Man.
How many years ago was that, man? So I mean, that lets you know that, you know, they got so much stuff right now, man, that we wouldn't even believe.
Man.
We wouldn't even believe, man.
Hey, they followed that boy from store to store, didn't they, man? Leaking in the cameras, boy. I was like, God, dog. And Eagle Eye too. Remember Eagle Eye?
They were working on satellites too.
Remember Eagle Eye?
Yeah. Just saying, man. So I mean, you know, but this some really good information though, King.
Some deep shit, bro. I'm telling you. I told you, boy.
I'm sick of this shit. Did you hear me?
That boy off the chain, boy. I can't do that, man.
No, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff, man.
Hey, it wasn't really though. Did you really, get some?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's interesting, I still think you bamboozled me, but it was good information.
And you was ready. You was ready for the other one. You was ready for the other one. I had to get you off guard, baby. You was ready for it. You was all like, your lips was just ready to come back and shit. Yeah, you was ready to argue with me, man. My kids wasn't like that. Yeah, I can hear it now.
Hey, yeah. Hey, this is really good though, man. And you know what amazes me is that they got to keep spending money to alter all those satellites, That's a lot of damn money, man.
Bro, and they talk about we in debt, and whatnot. Come on.
Yeah, something ain't right.
Y'all blowing money. on shit that ain't even in progress like that. They talking about that's the Space Force to come to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, man. Y'all got $12 billion y'all invested in that. Taxpayers' money. We ain't got no say so. That shit that's been built underground. Taxpayers' money. And we ain't said shit. They do everything, bro, and we don't say nothing. But then we be complaining about it later on. Like, can't believe these gas prices. I told people like this. You want to shut down, you want the prices to go down on gas. All Americans got to do is for one day, don't nobody put no damn gas in your gas tank. For one day. Don't nobody go get gas. And I guarantee you them prices go down like shit. Because now they got too much gas.
Yeah, that'd be something.
We do that shit for a week. We just protest our government for a week and just shut down. Don't nobody go to work. I even told blacks that we could do that. I remember saying it on my Facebook, man, saying it live. I didn't give a damn. I was like, you know what, blacks, for us to get our rights back in this country, I tell you, don't nobody go to work tomorrow. Don't no black person in America go to work tomorrow. But you know how much chaos that would cause.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
You know how much chaos, if the basketball players did not play basketball, the football players in the NFL just sat down until we got equal rights, that all blacks stayed at home. You know how insane of a revolution that would be?
Yeah, that would be crazy. That'd be crazy. There'd be a lot of people suffering from the repercussions, but
only the United States of America. Only the United States of America, bro. There'd be no football. There'd be no college games. They would just have to. I'm telling you, it would fumble the whole
world.
Listen, man, it would fumble the whole world, bro. The whole world. If we was to all get together and say we was gonna leave America, our United States of America would fight to keep as many blacks in this motherfucker as they could.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Yeah,
hey, man, this is a good presentation. I'm gonna have to get off because Carrie and them got this little something special. Something special going.
So
and I'm sick of your shit, man.
So
this is really good. Hey, so everybody heard Prince say, he gonna have to keep coming back, reintroducing us to this. So now I don't need a title from him. I can just put up Space Jam.
Yeah.
But that's good stuff, man. That's great information, man. A lot of people talk to this, man, and it gives me something to step outside and search, if I decide to,
What Carrie think? Was she been listening?
Carrie, I don't know. She told me to stay away from her. I just went in there because we were talking earlier. And she said, when I just want to listen and pay attention, and if I want to chime in, then I will. And she didn't say it that way. She said it a whole lot sweeter and stuff. And my version was, you need to step off and just let me do my thing. You be messing me up, dude. And I just walked in there a few minutes ago, and then she just gave me
gave that look.
Yeah, she said, go on, man.
Yeah, give you that goddamn look. Yeah, you know what that is.
But, so I don't know.
All right,
but yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. Oh, I liked all your presentations, King. I really have, man. And nothing you can say about them. Like I said, personally deal with facts and something that I can, where we can substantiate this stuff. You know what I mean? So, I see the books, I see I see the military, and they going up in space now, I mean, we'll see about this contact with these other beings. We'll see about that, man. You know what I mean? And how that's gonna work out, man, and what that gonna turn into. I mean, I don't understand why a motherfucker gotta wait that long if they've been in contact. They've been in contact for hundreds of years, according to these people. You know what I'm saying?
That's like waiting to Jesus, man.
Hey, I mean, according to these people, you know what I'm saying? So they gonna show up one of these days and introduce themselves in a major way.
Major
Well,
way. Major
right.
way.
You know, and okay.
It's just like Jesus.
What'd you say, Jake? What'd you say, Eric? What'd you say, Eric?
I'm sorry, real quick. I'm gonna step away one in the bathroom. I'm still with y'all though. I'm gonna
Okay.
Hey, that's just like Jesus though, man.
That's
He gonna
TMI,
come back
James.
he gonna come back
James.
in a thunderous way, man, and be like, oh, man, niggas is too greedy. Niggas is too greedy and too anxious, man. They ain't holding up, man, especially if they black.
Yeah.
You know, they tired too. The alien black people is tired too.
Hey, what if a spaceship open on and they come out right and it's this being who dark skinned and his hair like dreaded hair, but he got features of a brother, but he tall as shit too, but they look like they could be black. What would you say to that?
Nigga, I don't know what I say, and I know what I do.
I know, hey, I know this.
I'm packing my bag, baby. I'm about to jump on this.
I know this.
I
know this. I'm gonna have my motherfucking thing right there. Hey,
oh yeah.
Hey, look here. Hey,
you thinking like the white man? He say he gonna have his pistol with him.
Don't act no goddamn fool. Don't act no goddamn fool. Hey, you cool?
Hey,
I'm
look,
cool.
If y'all with me, I'm gonna just tell y'all to chill, and I'm gonna go speak to
it.
it.
Yeah.
And we need people like you. We need people like you. Yeah, we need people like you that you go talk to them, man. Go see what
you
they
gonna
talking
be bait.
about.
You gonna be bait.
So if they bite your goddamn head off, right? We know what to do. Right? So yeah, we need people like you, man. So yeah, I want you with me anyway. Yeah.
Only way I ain't going nowhere is if they, put that freeze light on the nigga. Because other than that, I'm gone. I'm gone. Yeah.
I'm with you, baby. I'm with
you.
You.
There we go.
There you go.
There you go. I got it finally. After all these years.
There you go.
Don't no leg come about that motherfucker. You better think put that shit in your pocket and grab that other thing and tell him, look here, man. Now, what you trying to do? You know what I mean? Like we being friendly or what this is? Cause I'm gonna go and get on off right now. Then if this ain't nothing friendly, I'm gonna let you know now. I'm gonna get on off, man. So.
Motherfucker gonna have to catch me running. They gonna have to catch me running, man.
It's gonna be funny. Nah, man.
See, I ain't trying to do too much goddamn running, man. So that's why I'm gonna let these I'm gonna let these things right here work first. Then if that don't work, then it's time to run. If these things don't work,
it's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a beautiful thing.
I hope so.
You gotta meditate. I tell y'all gotta meditate though, man. You gotta be ready, man. You gotta have your body ready, man. Cause I don't want y'all to freak out. That's why I'm telling you. If you freak out, then they gonna think you're ready. You can't freak out when you see these things, man. It's not something you want to.
Don't worry about it.
I'm busted. I'm busted.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey, long as you long as you go, you willing to go talk to him. Yeah, you go and talk to him, King, because I'm gonna be right here waiting.
Yeah,
and that thing will be right here in my hand, locked and loaded, ready to roll. And I'm gonna have and I'm gonna have and I'm gonna have some extras.
You feel me? Hey, let me tell you something. If something like that appeared behind you, that you got as your back screen, if that appeared in front of me like that eagle, that bird that's behind you, and it appeared
I'm running.
I'm not running. I'm not running. I would be at awe. I would want to know what that is. I would want to know. I would easily talk to it. I would easily approach it.
Yeah, I know you would. That's why I'm glad that you. I sure need you with me. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now. If you would, as long as you willing to talk, cause if you ain't, I ain't got no choice. I gotta let it go, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you not to let it go. Don't let it go, bro.
I ain't got no choice.
He said, "Oh, embrace the struggle. Embrace the struggle, man." That's right.
There you go.
Hey, all I'm gonna say,
You gonna let it out? That's gonna ruin everything.
All I'm gonna say is, you better talk to him.
I'm gonna talk to him. Oh man.
Better talk to him.
Better talk to him.
He said they come in peace. They come in peace, and they just want to be loved and chilled, and
Yeah, okay.
they want to shoot some game of hoop and all that shit.
I come in peace too. Shit, I sure do.
They just want to take us to a different light, man. They want to take us off this planet, man. Show us some whole beautiful thing about life and have us stay alive. That's all.
That's a beautiful place. That's a beautiful place for you to be in, man. You know,
no more
it really
pain,
is.
No more worry. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will be good. Ain't no more pain, bro. Everybody who can't walk gonna walk. Everybody who missing the leg gonna be able to walk.
So what with that? Yeah, but that's good, man. Like I said, that I hope it all work out.
Well, look. Yeah. Only reason I think that way and feel that way, man, because I got past the Bible, man. I'm not looking for no resurrected man to come back and save everybody.
Oh, so now you looking for a motherfucker in a spaceship? That was you said.
Listen, our people. I'm looking for our people.
Okay, I thought because you didn't trade Jeep and for
our people,
a spaceship.
For our true people.
All right, I just want to make sure, man.
Just make sure you get that part right, because I ain't trading them in for no spaceship. I traded them in for our people. Now, if our people travel here by that or by this planet that's supposed to be coming, then so be it. But those are the people I feel we come from. We are not. Look, this planet was a source of energy. The sun gives us energy. It doesn't do that for every other race, every other culture that lives here on this planet. So that tells you something right there. You know what I mean? So, I'm just saying.
You really saying something, man, because we're scared of our own people, right?
We are, bro.
Right. So that's what I'm hearing you say. And
yes.
and so yeah, I mean that's really important.
And Lorenzo, and understand me, I speak passionately on that, bro. When I say that these people that's on these hieroglyphics, these beings that they talking about, that's us. That is our ancestors, bro. We brought knowledge, we brought civilization to this land. Nobody even knew of that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. And those people, I just truly believe those are people, man. There's no other race like our Black race. There's no other hated race on this planet, unlike ours, that's hated by every race. You got a racist slur in every country for a Black man. Come on, dog. It's something about that. It's something to that, man.
Let me give you this tip, man. So Eric kept referring to, and Jamie is really good at it too. I'm really good at citing my work too, man. I just don't want to do it. And so, but you gonna be a bad boy, just like my nephew Anthony, the minister. He'd be a bad boy if you start citing. So I'm gonna send you, if you put your shit together that you presented to us, you're gonna have a whole lot of receipts to show motherfuckers that and that's the evidence of the scholastic world of
I got you.
He's right. So I'm gonna send you. I haven't seen this one. I just seen it come across, and what it says is what the title is "Sourced Up or Shut Up." Right. And so that's what Eric keeps and Jamie keep referring you back to is show them sources, right? And if you can match that book like that book with the author and the site and shit like that, not the website, but the academic site, right? Academic. Hold on. Oh shit! Academic.
Like right now,
peer reviews, right?
Yeah.
And so if you was to put that together, man, with what you presented, dude, it'd be a shutdown, man.
I would like to say this. I know people love to live by that. They do. Look at Eric. Oh, black ass. Happy Father's Day, baby. Look at him.
Hey, that's a king right there, man. Hey, that's a king right there, man. He got that gangster groove and all that, man. I mean, ancestral groove, man, and real deep, right? You know, hey, when I had to learn with Jamie
Yeah, man.
with Eric to just shut the fuck up and let them finish their shit, right? Because they be, you know, they get a little pause and they put a whole bunch of shit out there for you to talk about, right? And then they pause and they ain't done yet, right? So I said, damn, you know, I'm cheating myself, man. You know, because my little shit, you know, in contrast to their shit, man, is like, ooh, right? Just like your stuff that you presented today, you know, is I don't know a lot about that, man. So, you know, I got ideas to research and I got a source to, you know,
like you say with the source thing, man. I'm like a Buddhist monk, baby. I get my shit from my ancestors, you know. That, like I say, nothing is a coincidence. What brought me to you and Sankofa was not a coincidence. What brought King Django is not a coincidence. The things that I bring to the table, the things that y'all bring to the table, nothing that goes on is a coincidence. But it's all about, to me, knowing, looking at the signs, you know, sucking it all in, taking it in. And the signs that I get brought me to you, brothers. The signs that I get took me away from that Bible, and it took me onto a journey of enlightenment that has gotten me past. And I've already went into it. I'm glad that it's recorded live, that I can go back and listen to it myself, because I really went off on how I feel about how we have gotten past life in itself.
That wasn't the most important part, though. That wasn't the most important part. So what I'm saying too, man, is just to watch a little bit of this video, man, that I send you.
I got you, man. I got you. I just wish you could. I wish you could feel me. These things that these people are writing, these books, these Bible quotes, these Einstein E equals MC squared. Listen what I'm saying. Just hear me out for 1 second. Just give me 2 minutes. All these things that these people came up with, Mozart and his Symphony 21 or whatever, Chopin, all these incredible genius people, bro, they came up with that themselves. They were a vessel of light, and they brought that from somewhere. My light, my vessel comes from my belief on, I know that everybody and everything is from one place, and that's the mind of the creator. If you rewind the tape, that's all I keep saying, just rewind the tape. It's gonna take us back to one specific spot, and that is the point of the beginning.
You funny.
No, it's just how Jamie Wade, man.
No, I was doing swatting at a fly. My bad.
But yeah, man, and that's all I'm saying. That's what my belief. So when you send me that source, yes, I'm gonna watch it just to amuse myself with you all. But
just to amuse myself. all I'm saying is scholarly and scholastic. But what I heard you say earlier, you know, we wasn't made to, you know, go to universities and all this type of stuff, right? And so that's where your mind is at. And I'm saying, man, you're gonna have a whole lot of power, man, with your presentation if you use sources, because you're using sources, you just don't have them cited, right? You're using sources, you just don't have them cited.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And then when Eric asks you, you know, what's the source, you'll be able to say, boom, I just say Sinetta.
You feel me? You know, with King Eric,
and that ain't true, because I got books, man. I got books and stuff like that. So I can cite some shit, man. But that's just a compliment to you, man.
Things have changed. Things change, man. They evolve. And so, you know, when you say the source of something, that's the only reason I say that, because, you know, thinking has changed, the way of people look at gravity. You know, things just change at the time. There's certain things that people said back in the 60s that they don't believe now in the 70s, you know, and I mean, in 2023. And that's just how I look at it. Like I said, man, just like the Constitution needs to be changed just to fit our times, the Bible needs to be changed to fit our day and time. It's not something that should be solid in stone, because everything evolves, it changes. So with change,
and everybody knows that. Hey, Eric, will you Eric,
everybody knows that.
Hey Eric, will you explain the benefit of using sites and sources? Because he ain't listening to me, man. He's always laughing.
First,
did you hear me, Eric?
And come on, sites and sources as important as having a recipe to a. Can you hear me? Hold on, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sites and sources are just as important as the ingredients to a recipe. Just as important. I mean, yeah, you can work your way around it sometimes to make some bread or something if you got an idea what you're doing. But yeah, you need a recipe. So to assume that people of higher learning don't study or don't read, that's asinine. Anybody who working at that Space Force, they read a book or two. Oh, they would have a job there. Number one, no, they wouldn't be working there. So and anybody who in the government, they read a book or two. So we know that since man has been writing stuff down after he stopped writing on walls, he started writing in books. So a lot of information is held in books. And we know that there's other ways of gathering information. First and foremost, you got to have a source of that information because we know as the internet is full of a lot of stuff. That's why they say cite. That's why if you're in school, in college, you just can't write a paper and just say, oh yeah, somebody said this, that, and the third, and the earth is flat, this, that, and the third. You'll get an F on that paper. We want you to be able to say where you get your information from and how did you come upon writing about this based on the information you get. So using logic, using facts, and using to get to the bottom of the information. So without that, we'd be floating in the sky forever. That's why they had to write stuff down. So if not, we would not be probably have made the advances that we made so far.
Okay, Eric.
Well, you can try to go to any.
Is it not a true fact? Can I rebuttal that? Can I rebuttal that? I want to say this on rebuttal.
Yes, sir.
Is it not true that from those texts that we also learned, we have changed that history? In fact, because what they taught us in those texts were not correct. Am I correct?
Say what?
All right. And some of the texts, is it not true that the textbooks that we have read, that we grew up reading, learning from, later on, were they not found out to be incorrect on the history part?
Definitely. But listen, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the comic books that people read too.
Whoa. We ain't talking about no comic books, but I like that. We ain't talking about no comic books. No, sir. We talking about history, things that people read, but then went and
history.
Right, but when it looked into themselves. Yes. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Let me give you an example. Yeah, early history books used to say that Africans had tails, lived in trees. Early history books used to say that Africa didn't have no history. It was a dark continent. Early history books used to say Christopher Columbus discovered America. But what's your point in saying that? Yes, you can find lies in books just as fast as you can find truth. That's what, even on the internet, it's the same thing.
How did they find out that those things were not true? Is my question to you.
It's called research. You do the search first.
So wait a minute. You had, whoa, don't go too far.
Hey, you gotta let him finish though.
All right.
No.
He did. He answered my question. He said research.
Yeah, you gotta let him finish though.
I got you.
That's the answer to
your question. Question. He said research.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so you say research. So is it not true that if a person does his research, like I did my research, and it led me to where I am right here, does that not qualify for me writing my own book and giving my own experience, and that be the same as a scholar writing his book from his experience?
try to write a book and find out. And they're gonna tell you, you're gonna have to cite your resources. If you're gonna say, especially when you making claims about government claims and this, that, and the other, yeah, you better cite some research unless you'll be publishing it yourself. But if you publishing under somebody else and they're gonna put their money behind it, you gonna have to have some information, brother. Yeah. Go ahead and try that one. But no.
Unless you're writing a non-fiction, which one is fiction or non-fiction? You know, unless you're writing a story.
Finish.
But then you stay ahead of front if it's fiction or non-fiction.
Right.
You know, then you stay.
So
you
E
stay
equals
there.
MC squared. Einstein, the only person who knew that. Einstein, the only one who came up with E equals MC squared. Right?
Who said that?
So
No, that ain't right. That's not no. That's not right. That ain't right. Einstein didn't create that. That's old information, man. Now, earlier you said something about geometry, ancient geometry. If you know that, if you studied that book, you would know Einstein didn't create that. See, the video I sent you guys a while back is a 3-hour video about the Great Pyramid. It talks in depth about these things. That's why I say, without, this ain't how Einstein shit. They talk about that, right? They talk about
my point, King Eric.
They talk about pi.
Yeah, but you're missing my point, King Eric. So
What
even
was
if
the
it wasn't
point about Einstein? What's the point?
If it wasn't Einstein, then wherever it came from, that source brought it from somewhere. He either thought it up, came up with it. It was his knowledge. He didn't get it from no source, did he? So I have to get my knowledge from me going to look at certain things and seeing certain things and understanding certain things for me to grasp my own knowledge of that in itself. Am I not correct? Because if you're saying it was before Einstein, then somebody.
But all the, you know, I think the point that has been being missed too is you were showing sources. You just didn't cite it. That's it. You're showing sources. So you get intuitive, you get your information, and then you seek out through your intuitive thought information that complements it. And all he's saying, and I'm saying is, you know, if you cite that stuff, see, now I'm gonna have to do it myself, right? I mean, I can do it. There ain't no pressure, really. I just like doing it my other way. I don't
know. I guess y'all not understanding where I'm coming from because I don't understand the citing part. Like I just grasp the knowledge of it and I suck it in myself and I take it what I've experienced or the amount of things that have when also interviewing that or the people or whatever the case it may be, and then I take that from that, and that's where I get my understanding to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't reflect on the source, but the source is definitely a reflection of it. But I put my own 2 and 2 together, and it's like 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 2. You know, I know that it's okay in society that we allow gayism to go on, but I know for a fact the gods did not create man and woman to do that. So it's like, I get what you're saying, the source, but the source to me is the person sucking up the information. You know, I just, you know, sometimes the source itself ain't the total truth. Just like with the Bible, you know, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where you want me to reflect to and tell you, okay, go to YouTube and watch this video. I've dug deeper than that. I've seen multitudes of videos. I just don't document what you're saying as a source to say, hey, go look at this or go back and refer to this. I don't. You know, I'll say, go check this video out and you'll see these.
You know what it is? It's lazy. It's being lazy. That's what the fuck it is, right? because you just explained.
Let me
process,
say,
man.
anytime you're in a position of trying to teach and trying to
that's how everybody do shit. Right? Right?
No, anytime you're trying to teach, you gotta have some because even Ivan Van Sertima talked about that. Man, he said have 3 sources. To every claim you claim, have 3 sources to support it. Just for the student who may want to study that and understanding of it.
Look,
But
the
just to
UFO
say
ain't got no
somebody said
sources,
and
all right?
somebody's
The UFO stuff ain't got no sources. All it is government stuff.
you
Y'all pushing
right.
too hard.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't waste no time on UFOs. That's why I don't waste no time on that.
Y'all asking me stuff, get me killed.
You're right. Exactly.
Exactly. Hey, guys, I'm gonna go in here and let them do this little celebration, man. I don't know what they got, drummed up and shit. But
I know that's right. Happy Father's Day, all.
Hey, yeah, man, it was good doing it with you guys, man.
It's always good, man.
Hey, Eric, I got a question I'm gonna ask you, man, but I'm gonna hit you up in just a few. All right.
Okay.
And Eric, man, I
that's cool.
compliment your mind. I just want you to know that I'll just be messing around on here, but I definitely appreciate your mind, and I take everything you say seriously. And I will go back and get into my source and handle up on that. But I just want to let you know you are definitely a respected individual on here as well, and I mean no harm when I be clowning. So,
hey, you don't be messing around.
I have no problem.
I be trying to get look. I be trying to get Eric to get at it, man, like to get off, but he won't. He's so just calm and cool, bro. He won't bust open for nothing, boy.
I seen Eric get at it. I seen Eric get loose a couple times. I like.
Oh no! Oh yeah! I just try to teach, man. And I debate. Like I say, Dr. Clark is just about teaching. The only debate with my equal.
Hey, you talking about John Henry Clark right there?
And we debating stuff. We both on the same level. Then we fight up.
Hey, he just quoted John Henry Clark right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Henry Clark said, "I only debate my equal."
James just
everybody else I teach.
Everybody else I teach.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
So Prince gonna take that and fly with that one.
Oh yeah. Everybody else I teach already.
Yeah. Hey man, so peace to you, King, man. And then for Sankofa on YouTube, man, and on the Facebook group page, like, share, and comment. We really appreciate the interaction. I put up a question similar on Sankofa, similar to if the devil tempted the snake, why was the snake punished? And I would like to see some responses to that one.
Yeah, what was it again?
That was the one about the snake where you
said if the devil. What you say? If the devil tempted the snake, why was the snake punished?
Or if God sent the devil to tempt the snake, so why was the snake punished? And I think that's what it says, but it's on Sankofa's page. I put a whole lot of stuff up there, so I don't know how far down it is.
All right. I'll scroll through and answer that.
All right, you go answer that. Look at it. I put an answer on there too.
Hey, so I just want to say, man, Prince, you want to go on? No, Eric, you want to close out?
Sure, I will. Once again, it's always a pleasure getting together, brothers coming together, having a rap session. Father's Day, we always still committed to come in and get together. So that's important. That shows commitment. That's what building anything is about, commitment. Stay on course and keep supporting each other, keep learning, keep studying, and keep working at it, because this is work. Even when you outside of the video, outside of this presentation times, we still got to put in that work. So when we come together, we have information, solid information to share. That's why I bring columns to books, so you can get these books yourself, so we can read together and go from chapter to chapter and discover. Everybody reading the same book and studying, get the same understanding. But that's my biggest source. Books, charts, maps. Yeah, that's it for me.
Oh, that's strong. That's
you're gonna
strong.
speak on that source thing again. So you're gonna speak on that source thing again, huh?
Yeah, because you know what? Sources is it's like your thing. Hey, it's like it's very important. very important, King, because
yeah. Look,
you could,
it's all important.
because you could be saying, you can say anything.
Anything.
You know what I'm saying? You can say anything, right? And so that's why it's important to cite your sources so people can go back and take a look at the information, right? And take it. Maybe they may even want to take it a step further. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that the sites, the sources are very
Hey,
important when
look,
it
the
comes
whole reason
to.
that's true. And you ain't gotta wait no more. Somebody tell you, man, I seen a big old animal with a long tusk. You ain't gotta take their word for it. You can take yourself to the zoo and go see it yourself. That's the source. That's why they got things. You can see yourself. You ain't gonna take nobody else's word for it. That's what sources are. You can learn from yourself.
And that's what this is about, King. This is
Man, my
about.
word is good, man. Man, my word is good.
Yeah, I know it. Hey, listen, but what I'm saying is this, King, is like when you when you doing this kind of thing, man, people going, you got to give people a chance to be able to, to look it up.
Man, I'm like the Messiah, man. I'm like a Messiah.
I already know you.
Yeah.
I already know you think that.
Yeah. Hey, but I just want to say, family, hey, Prince, you want to go and close out, King?
Yeah, man. I just want to say thanks to everybody for putting up with me this Sunday, and it's always fun. I hope I had enlightened some people, at least informed somebody. But hey, it's peace and love. It's enlightenment. It is getting above all the materialistic things and seeing the freedom in loving each other and your brother and your sister and just your neighbor, just everybody. And once we figure that out, then we will see the truth in this life we live, how we are in a circle. It is a never-ending circle, a never-ending circle to infinity. So, like I say, if you got them, love them, hug them, make sure you know that. And so when you miss them, you don't miss them too hard. You always have that memory of them. But I say, Sankofa, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And again, it's peace, it's love, it's tranquility is what we're searching for. All right. Money don't mean shit. Peace of mind is everything.
Wow, that's a banger. Hey, look at that! Look at that question up there on the board. Can you guys see that?
Y'all see that?
Yeah, everybody's seen it. Oh, dang.
I just want to say this to the family. Like, listen, fam. Hey, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Share, comment. We need your comments, man. Just let us know what you think, man.
Yeah, especially what y'all think about
you know what I'm saying? Come on, hey, so yeah, fam. And don't forget, first Sunday every month, we're having a children's book read. Hey, we bring your niece, nephew, bring your your cousin, your grandbaby, bring the baby, your sister, your brother, bring them, man. You know what I mean? Listen to the story, put your name in the chat, win a free book, and we mail it to you for free. And the books are good books, man. They're not just no cheap books. They're not cheap. They're not cheap books, King. These are really good books. They're good quality books. They're not, no $2 or $3 store books, man. These are real live African books, dealing with true events, real people. All right. So family, check us out. There go one right there. See? That's one right there.
Boy, you went and got you a M Hotel.
No,
hold up.
Look at it.
Oh, snap. Oh, you getting a wake up.
Look at it. Yeah, I'm just telling you, family. It's some really good books, really good, nice pictures. You know what I'm saying? Look, and each one of those books right there, they got a vocabulary guide. So it's going to show you how to pronounce all the names. It's going to tell you what the names mean. Okay? So just say, fam, just come on in. It's free of charge. We ain't asked for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
participate. Hey, I want to thank Eric for popping in on us, man. We appreciate you, man. I'm glad. I'm so glad, man, that you part of this team, man. We really appreciate you, Eric. You know, for taking your time out, man, and blessing us with the knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying, Prince? Hey, you did real nice presentation, King. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for participating. And love you to death, man. I know you finna go get you want to get Father's Day. You think you slick. You ain't fooling nobody. Hey, you gonna sit there and you see what he did. He recharged his battery the whole time that we was on. He was right. You see him recharging his battery. You see him? Yeah, he recharging his battery the whole time we was on. Now look at him. Look at him. See him? Hey, he on full now. He ready to go get that. He ready to go get that father's. He ready to go get the Father's Day gift. You know what I'm saying? Eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake, right?
Hey, really quick before I go, fellas. Say what y'all before I go.
Go ahead. What'd you say, James?
I want to share something. Hey, another good book, man. I just got it in the mail, man. Amazon, Average Church Ward. It's a bad one right here. Y'all can see that.
So what's the name of it?
On the back side.
Origin and evolution of a religion, right?
Hey, Eric, take a picture of that and put it on Sankofa, will you?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The origin and evolution of religion. That's by Average Church Ward.
Right.
That's going to bring a lot. That's going to bring a lot of things into understanding. So by the time you get to Julius Caesar and all that, you have a better understanding where it comes from.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting.
I haven't read that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you put that on Sankofa. Hey, and then after we sign off, after we sign off, man, from live, just stay on for a minute, Eric, and I'll just ask you the question that I was going to ask
you. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, so family, we're gonna sign out. Hey, thanks for watching, participating. Hey, comment. Please comment on anything, fam. You like it, you don't like it, let us know, man. And fam, again, you're more than welcome to come in and join. Join us at any time. We'll put the link in the chat. We'll put the link in the what else we got? We put the link up. Okay. Hey, family, but peace. Love you, family. Peace.
Hey, good job, my man, Prince.